Chapter 38:14. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. They had to admit that the Golden Crow tribe was too strong. Lin Xian was also angry. He sneered. You want me to kneel? You want to take my soul? I want to ask, why? Just because you don't believe what I said, you want to take my soul? Your Golden Crow tribe is too domineering. The Golden Crow tribe expert nodded. That's right. It's because we don't believe you. Lin Xian sneered. That's a good reason. I don't believe you either. That day, did your little saint really go to exchange for the dragon's corpse with me? You really didn't want to assassinate me? I'm also very doubtful about this. Why don't you kneel down as well and let me search your soul to see if you really want to assassinate me? Lin Xian used the same words and retorted. You're courting death. The Golden Crow tribe expert was furious. Lin Xian sneered. Why? Can't take it anymore? Are you very angry? I'm just using the same method to deal with you. You can't take it anymore? Then, have you ever thought about my feelings before? Who do you think you are? How can you be compared to us? The Golden Crow tribe expert's eyes were filled with cold killing intent. The Golden Crow tribe is so domineering. Lin Xian laughed wildly. But don't forget, I'm also the chief disciple of Wushuang City. In terms of status, I'm not inferior to you. Everyone was in an uproar and nodded. That was indeed the case. The Golden Crow tribe was too arrogant. Did they really not put Lin Wudi in their eyes? Or did they not put Wushuang City in their eyes? Sure enough, he's a sharp-tongued kid. The Golden Crow tribe expert walked out. But no matter what you say, you can't change the outcome. Is that so? Don't you want to take my soul? I want to take yours too. How about this? Let your younger generation come out and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul collection. Does the Golden Crow tribe dare to do so? Lin Xian issued a challenge again. Everyone was shocked. This time, they were facing the Golden Crow tribe. Everyone was looking forward to it. They wanted to see if the Golden Crow tribe would send out any experts. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also frowned. To be honest, after the battle just now, they could see that Lin Xian was very powerful. Unless the top geniuses of their Golden Crow clan came, the others were simply not enough. However, these top geniuses had yet to arrive. Lin Xian sneered when he saw the people of the Golden Crow race remaining silent. What? You don't dare? Isn't your Golden Crow clan looking down on everything and being high and mighty? You don't even have the courage to come out and fight me? What a slap to the face. Previously, the Golden Crow clan was so insufferably arrogant. But now, even they were cowering. Everyone was shocked. Was Lin Wudi already this strong? Damn brat, I'll kill you. A man walked out. The flames on his body were extremely terrifying. However, the little saint of the Golden Crow tribe had stopped him. Did you see that? Your elders don't think you're a match for me, so they don't dare to let you fight. You should just obediently scram back. Lin Xian laughed. His eyes were filled with arrogance. Everyone was silent. The people of the Golden Crow tribe looked extremely ugly. Elder, let me fight. That man roared crazily. The elder of the Golden Crow tribe looked extremely solemn. He did not let go, because he felt that Lin Wudi was very dangerous. If he fought rashly, he was afraid that he would suffer heavy losses. At the same time, the other experts were also shocked. This Lin Wudi was too strong. They had to find a way to get rid of him as soon as possible. Otherwise, he would definitely be a big disaster in the future. What Golden Crow tribe? How dare they call themselves divine beasts? None of them dared to fight. It was really disappointing. I think you should stop calling yourselves Golden Crows in the future. You should just call yourselves Lockhead Tortoises. Lin Xian stood in the arena, mocking and ridiculing. The people of the Golden Crow tribe were so angry that they vomited blood. Extremely cold killing intent burst out from the eyes of the elder of the Golden Crow tribe. Why, old man, are you not convinced? I'll give you a chance. Suppress your cultivation and come up and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul collection. Do you dare? Do you think I'm afraid of you? The small saint of the Golden Crow tribe was filled with killing intent. He really couldn't hold it in anymore. He took a step forward and wanted to step forward. However, he was stopped by his subordinates. Elder, you can't. Those experts shook their heads one after another. If it was the younger generation, it would be fine if they lost. But if it was a small saint and lost to the opponent, it would be a complete loss of face. There was no way to recover. All right, don't act like a parting of life and death in front of me. Since you don't dare to fight, get lost. Lin Xian shouted coldly. The surrounding people were terrified. Perhaps no one dared to scold the Golden Crow tribe like Lin Wudi. They had really opened their eyes today. The small saint of the demon city was also shocked. First, he went against the Thunder God city. Now, he was shouting at the Golden Crow tribe. This young man was really too arrogant. Fortunately, they did not take action before. Otherwise, they would have been slapped in the face today. The scene was a little awkward for a moment. However, at this time, there was a sneer. Lin Wudi, you are too arrogant. How dare you be rude to your senior? That's right. Today, I will teach you how to respect your elders on behalf of Wushuang City. A cold voice sounded. It made people's scalp tingle. Who was it that dared to shout at Lin Wudi at this time? Was it the people of Thunder God City or the Golden Crow tribe? Everyone looked around. Lin Xian also frowned. This guy who hid his head and showed his tail dared to provoke him verbally but did not dare to show his face? Two golden lights flashed in his eyes and slashed at the crowd. Suddenly, a part of the void was shattered. A few figures were in a very sorry state, screaming crazily. How dare you attack us? You are courting death. Lin Xian sneered. Do you think I won't be able to find you if you hide in the crowd? A large hand shot out from his hand and attacked those people. Those people quickly retreated, holding up a crescent moon that rotated in the sky. The crescent moon blade slashed at the golden hand. A sonorous saint sound rang out. Everyone exclaimed and retreated crazily. At the same time, they screamed. It was the New Moon Clan. Lin Xian's face also darkened. The New Moon Clan dared to attack me? His eyes were shining. He stared at Gao Yu. What did he say before? His voice was incomparably cold. Previously, he had already given the New Moon Clan face and did not kill them. However, the New Moon Clan still dared to act so recklessly. Gao Yu also frowned, and a trace of light appeared in her eyes. In the next moment, she sent a voice transmission to Lin Xian. The New Moon Clan is also divided into factions. This is not one of us. You can attack as much as you want without any scruples. After saying that, Gao Yu turned around and left with her people. He was not on Gao Yu's side. It seemed that he should be Gao Yu's opponent. In that case, Lin Xian did not need to be polite. He had already warned these people, but they still dared to attack. Buzz. He slapped 2 people into blood mist and sent 3 people flying. Damn it! How dare you kill me? The New Moon Clan roared. Not far away, more people gathered here and surrounded Lin Xian. Chapter 38:15. Since the New Moon Clan killed me, why can't I kill you all? I've already spoken to your little saint, and all the grudges between us have been written off. If you dare to attack me again, I'll kill you all. Do you really think I don't dare to? Lin Xian's voice was sonorous. Kid, you're too arrogant. First, you disrespected my princess. Now, you killed my people. Do you really think my New Moon Clan is easy to bully? In the distance, a terrifying figure walked out. Everyone was shocked. Could it be that the New Moon Clan was going to attack? Oh God, how many major forces were going to attack Lin Xian? Lin Xian sneered in disdain. Since Gao Yu had said that he could start a massacre, how could he show mercy? Who from your New Moon Clan dares to fight me? I'll do it. A man walked up. His speed was very fast. Like a crescent moon, he instantly rushed toward Lin Xian. No way, they're really going to fight? Everyone was shocked. Lin Wudi was already so powerful. What did the New Moon Clan rely on to dare to fight with Lin Wudi? When the figure arrived near Lin Xian, he suddenly shot out a beam of green light, which turned into an afterimage as it slashed forward. Lin Xian felt a chill down his spine and moved sideways. The place where he was originally at kept shattering. The surrounding onlookers exclaimed, "What was that?" The aura was really too terrifying. That was a full moon. Heavens, the other party actually took out this thing? Legend had it that the full moon was formed by the condensation of the moon. It was said that in the past, the super experts of the New Moon Clan had once traveled the universe and saw some damaged moons. They used peerless laws to refine those damaged moons into weapons. Those were terrifying full moons. These things were very frightening. They were not any weaker than a saint artifact. Moreover, it was connected to the New Moon clan's bloodline. It was abnormally terrifying. At this moment, it was a full moon that was shot out. No wonder the New Moon clan dared to attack. It turned out that they brought a full moon with them. Kid, you're quite fast to dodge, but can you hide for the rest of your life? The man waved his hand, and the full moon returned to his side. His eyes were filled with killing intent. Lin Xian also frowned. These people were too despicable. They didn't know what was good for them. They actually wanted to kill him. He guessed that they should be Gao Yu's enemies. He had saved Gao Yu once before and was remembered by those people. Now, he should be here for revenge. These people were also related to the human world. Lin Xian's eyes were cold as he turned into a purple flash and charged over. In addition, the person from the New Moon race sneered. The full moon in his hand released an unparalleled aura. It suddenly became bigger, as if it had turned into a moon and attacked. In an instant, it enveloped Lin Xian. Ha 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 ha, Lin Wudi was nothing more than that. In front of our New Moon clan, they cannot even withstand a single blow. The man raised his head to the sky and laughed. The people of the New Moon clan also revealed looks of disdain. The people around them were shocked. Was Lin Wudi suppressed? It was too unbelievable. How could such a strong person, who couldn't last for a lifetime, be defeated? Someone said that the battle with Lei Qian had consumed too much of his energy. Yes, it was not easy for him to defeat Lei Qian. He must have been injured. If he were to engage in such a battle, he would definitely be at a disadvantage. Despicable and shameless New Moon clan. If you have the ability, wait for our Lin Wudi to fight at full strength. That's right. What kind of hero is he to fight now? Those followers were also screaming crazily. Shut up. Whoever dares to make a ruckus, I will kill him. The people of the New Moon clan roared crazily. The people around them were so frightened that they shut their mouths. They did not dare to speak, but their eyes were filled with anger. The people of the New Moon clan sneered. What battle at the peak? This world was all about the winner and the loser. If they lost, they lost. There was no excuse. It was too early to say that. Did they really think that a mere moon could suppress them? Suddenly, a sneer came from the void in front of them. When this voice came out, everyone was in an uproar. The people of the New Moon clan screamed. Impossible, you are still alive. They were too shocked. Damn it, go to hell. The man frantically activated the full moon. The laws on it kept intertwining. The void shattered again, turning into nothingness. Boom. However, this time, the huge moon shook, and stones fell from it. It even caused the sky to fall and the earth to crack. Damn it, he was fighting back. He was bombarding the moon. He would definitely not be able to get out. These people gritted their teeth. However, in the next moment, countless cracks appeared on the full moon. Then, it suddenly flew out. The man of the New Moon clan also vomited blood and screamed. Lin Xian rushed forward. Sword chi bloomed all over his body. 9 suns' divine fire swept across the world. He was like a peerless god of war. He rushed out and looked down on the world. You want to suppress me with a mere moon? As he spoke, he moved his fists. He activated an unparalleled secret technique and directly punched the huge moon, causing it to explode. The shattered full moon chakram turned into countless pieces of rubble, scattering all over the ground. The man of the New Moon clan also exploded. His soul was caught by Lin Xian and destroyed with a slash. No, damn it. The people of the New Moon clan screamed crazily. Kill him. Everyone, attack together. These people pulled out their swords and sabers. Terrifying moonlight shadows appeared on their bodies. At the same time, a few people said, Elders, seniors, this kid is too presumptuous. Why don't we join forces to take him down? The people of Thunder God City nodded. All right, let's join forces. Many people rushed out. The people of the Golden Crow clan did not say anything, but it seemed that they were about to make a move. 2 figures walked out. The people of the Demon City side did not make a move for the time being, because if the 3 sides joined forces, the other party would definitely die. There was no need for them to join forces. They only needed to watch the tigers fight. Come, today, Lin Xian, will start a massacre. Lin Xian pulled out the unparalleled sword and the great destruction spear. One of them was like a dragon, while the other side was filled with demonic energy. The murderous aura on his body was really too sharp. What? You want to bully me with numbers? Ask your grandpa dragon first if I agree. The Crimson Dragon also flew over. The North Demon and Black Mountain also came to Lin Xian's side. The aura on their bodies was also incomparably terrifying. Lin Wuti actually had helpers. Everyone was surprised, but there were only 3 of them. Facing dozens of experts, could he defeat them? Kid, I'll let you all go to hell today. The people of Thunder God City laughed sinisterly. The people of the New Moon Clan were murderous. The 2 powerhouses of the Golden Crow Clan were even more furious. A great battle was about to break out. However, at this moment, an array flickered in the sky, and countless people were directly teleported over. Who dares to attack my Wushuang city? His voice was incomparably sharp. Everyone was shocked. The people of Wushuang city had arrived. Countless figures descended and came to Lin Xian's side. Greetings, eldest senior brother. Many people bowed to Lin Xian. These people were the 3rd-generation disciples, and Lin Xian was their eldest senior brother. Chapter 38:16. The people of Peerless City had arrived. Many people screamed. Even the people from the Thunder God City, the Golden Crow Clan, and the New Moon Clan stopped and frowned. Eldest senior brother, what should we do next? We'll listen to you. Shui Tianqing, Gui Li, Shi Bufan, Wang Xiaofeng, and the others were among them. Lin Xian looked around and didn't see Shinjing Qiu. He asked, where is Qiu? Senior sister Jingqiu has something to do, so she didn't come with us. However, she will go to planet Tianming. Wang Xiaofeng said. Hearing this, Lin Xian nodded. Then, he turned his head and looked at the people of Thunder God City, Golden Crow Clan, and New Moon Clan. He asked, someone is provoking Peerless City. What should you do? Kill. Gui Li pulled out a ghost sword. Shi Bufan, Shui Tianqing, and the others also pulled out their swords. Kill. Their killing intent shook the sky and the 9 heavens. Very good. Lin Xian also raised his sword, his eyes bursting with killing intent. He drew a spatial crack in front of him, and those who crossed the line would be killed without mercy. A cold voice sounded. The people of Peerless City were filled with killing intent. The people around were completely stunned. Song Tianya was too handsome and too powerful. Not only was Lin Wuti strong, but the geniuses of Peerless City were also very powerful. The people of New Moon Clan had ugly expressions. They knew that it was impossible to kill the other party today. They could only look at the Golden Crow Clan and Thunder God City. Seniors, do you really want to see the other party be so arrogant? They were trying to provoke the minor saints. Although there were many geniuses from Peerless City, none of them were minor saints. As long as a minor saint made a move, they could definitely defeat them. The people around were also in an uproar. Lin Xian frowned. These people of New Moon Clan were really courting death. Did they really think that he wouldn't dare to make a move? Senior brother Lin, don't worry. Shui Tianqing stood out and looked forward. Minor saints, right? Do you really think that Peerless City doesn't have any? Senior brother Hongye will arrive soon, and the other 2nd-generation senior brothers will also come. At that time, they will spar with the minor saints. Fu Hongye too? Everyone sucked in a cold breath. Fu Hongye was too strong. Ordinary minor saints were no match for her. The other party was threatening him. Indeed, the faces of the people of the Thunder Saint City turned ugly. Even the experts of the Golden Crow Clan furrowed their brows. The atmosphere was heavy for a moment. Those people in the distance didn't know whether to fight or not. However, no one dared to speak. However, a person spoke. It was that witch. She walked up to him with a smile. He smiled and said, Gentlemen, do you still want to fight? Hearing this, Lei Xingqing's face turned even darker. The elite of the Golden Crow tribe also snorted coldly. The demoness laughed. I know you are all geniuses. If you want to fight, it won't be too late to fight another day. I have a suggestion. Why don't we stop here today? 3 days later, there will be a heavenly devil overturning domain in the vicinity. I wonder if everyone is interested in watching it. Heavenly Demon cover. Many people's expressions changed, revealing a wisp of surprise. Is your demonic palace inviting us? The little saint of Thunder God said. The little saints from Myriad Demon City were also tempted. The demoness said with a smile. Naturally. Not only you, we also want to invite the whole world. However, it's only limited to the young geniuses. Elders, please don't compete with us juniors. All right, then I'll give the demoness face. 3 days later, right? I'll go back and prepare. The little saint of Thunder God City turned around and left with his people. The people of Myriad Demon City also left. The experts of the New Moon Clan and the Golden Crow Clan also left. The demoness looked at Lin Xian and said with a smile, Lin Gongzi's strength is so strong. 3 days later, he must not miss it. The demoness also left, leaving only the people of Wushuang City. These people breathed a sigh of relief. Lin Xian asked, what is the heavenly demon cover? Shui Tianchan said it was a method of the demonic palace. It was rumored that the demonic palace was in the heavenly demon cover. It didn't have a fixed location, but was always floating. Lin Xian was surprised that the demonic palace was so mysterious. Guili also frowned. What do these demons want to do? Invite so many young geniuses and experts to the heavenly demon cover. Don't tell me they want to capture all these young geniuses and monopolize the heavenly fate star. Hearing this, many people sucked in a cold breath. However, Shi Bufan shook his head. What you said is feasible, but have you thought about the consequences? If so many geniuses died in the Saint Cities, they would join hands to destroy the demonic palace. At that time, the demonic palace would be in a very miserable state. So I think they don't want to kill geniuses. But I don't know what they are planning. Should we go and take a look 3 days later? All right. Lin Xian nodded. Now, let's set up camp in this world. Whoever wants to go 3 days later, come with me. Then, everyone set up camp. The news of the heavenly demon cover was also spread out. The young geniuses on the 4 moons were greatly tempted. It was rumored that the heavenly demon cover was very mysterious. It was a floating world. The demonic palace was inside. It was rumored that the demonic palace was a very ancient palace. Tens of thousands of years ago, it was obtained and refined by a powerful demon, forming the demonic palace. There were many secrets inside. If they could go in, they might be able to investigate. So, the large families of the Saint Cities sent their geniuses to prepare to go. Outer Realm. In a pitch-black starry sky, the witch and the others rushed back. The witch took out a token with the word demon written on it. She gently shook it, and the void in front of her rippled. The witch and the others walked in. After entering, the scenery changed greatly. Inside, there were palaces, pavilions, mountains, and rivers. Of course, they were all dyed with a layer of black demonic chi. This was the place where the demons lived. Greetings, witch. The people in the demonic palace bowed. The witch flew all the way until she came to a palace and walked in. Protector, the news has been spread. That person has been investigated. It's Lin Wudi. He should be here in 3 days. Not only him, we've also invited the 4 moons. Most of the young geniuses who came to participate in the heavenly fate star will come. At that time, we'll know if there's hope. In front of her, there were 4 figures. They were sitting cross-legged in the void. When they heard the witch's words, they opened their eyes. Understood. One of the elders said in a deep voice. The witch said, I'm sorry to disturb the 4 elders. I'll take my leave now. After saying that, she turned around and left. However, at this moment, another elder spoke. Ingi. The witch stopped, turned her head, and asked respectfully, Protector, is there anything else? Are you unhappy that we didn't choose you? Ingying didn't dare to. The witch knelt on the ground. One of the figures landed and turned into an old woman. He was wearing a black cloak and was leaning on a purple walking stick as he walked over. This matter is really too important to the demonic palace. Therefore, we have to treat it seriously. You're talented, but you're not the most suitable candidate. Chapter 38:17. 3 days later, in the outer realm, the young geniuses and experts on the 4 moons rose into the air and followed the witch to the outer realm. At this moment, the outer realm was incomparably dark. There was no light at all. Everyone knew that this was the sky demon shroud. Lin Xian felt the terrifying demonic qi and was extremely shocked. Was this the demon race? Suddenly, he felt the great destruction spear in his body tremble. It also emitted a shocking demonic qi that penetrated his body. Don't be agitated. It's not the time for you to attack. Lin Xian suppressed the demonic qi and comforted it. The Great Destruction Spear. The Great Destruction Spear was the sacred weapon of the great demon race. It was passed down from generations of great demons. It was abnormally ancient. Previously, Lin Xian had killed a great demon and forcefully snatched it. He used the great dragon sword soul to cleanse it every day, causing the demonic will inside to dissipate. In its place, it was incomparably close to him. Lin Xian could use it with ease now. At this moment, the demonic qi released by the Great Destruction Spear must have been infected by the sky demon shroud. In front, the witch smiled and said, "Everyone, please follow me." She took out the sky demon token and shook it gently. Instantly, a crack opened in the sky demon shroud, and the witch walked in. The others also followed suit. After entering, everyone exclaimed. The sky demon shroud was too vast. It was a world of its own. Mountains and rivers, a magnificent scene. Moreover, whether it was the mountains, rivers, or trees, they were all covered in a layer of demonic qi. They felt a terrifying suppression here. If they attacked here, they would probably use 30% of the duck strength. The northern demon frowned. The crimson dragon also muttered, "What a strange place." The black mountain also came, but he had already entered the black earth. It seemed that he didn't care. In addition to the northern demon and the crimson dragon, Shirbufan and Wang Xiaofeng from the Water Sky City also came. They also followed Lin Xian. After the group of people entered, they looked around. The people in the sky demon shroud were all from the demon race. At this moment, they also came out and looked around curiously. The geniuses of the demon race also came up to interact with the surrounding experts and geniuses. On Lin Xian's side, another person also flew over. It was a tall man with a monstrous demonic aura. He was wearing a black armor and had an extraordinary bearing. This must be Lin Gongzi. I've long heard of your great name. Now that I've met you, you're indeed extraordinary. The tall man looked at Lin Xian, his eyes shining brightly. Lin Xian said, "You flatter me. It's just some rumors. Don't take it seriously. Lin Gongzi, let me introduce you. This is one of the top geniuses of our demonic palace. His name is Imoku." The witch floated over and introduced Lin Xian to Lin Xian with a smile. She became Lin Xian's guide. When the others saw this, they all frowned, especially Lei Shunqing and the Golden Crow tribe. They all harumphed coldly. A cold glint appeared in their eyes. What did the other party mean? Did the other party think that Lin Wudi was the best among them? Otherwise, why would the witch stay by his side and not come to them? Although the ones who received them were all young and beautiful women and some dazzling geniuses, compared to the witch, their status was still lacking. One day, I'll teach this kid a lesson. The people of Thunder God City gritted their teeth. A few young geniuses of the Golden Crow tribe burst out with cold-killing intent in their eyes. "Everyone, please follow me." Speaking until here, the witch whistled softly. Countless demonic crows flew over from afar. Those demonic crows were completely black. After landing, these geniuses walked up and flew in the sky with them. The mountains and rivers below became small. Everyone also felt a demonic wind blowing over. After flying for a while, the demonic aura in front of them suddenly filled the air. There was a palace floating inside, faintly discernible. The aura emitted shocked everyone, instantly attracting countless gazes. What was that? There was a floating palace there. Could it be that that was the legendary demonic palace? Countless screams rang out. The eyes of the geniuses of Thunder God City and the Golden Crow tribe burst out with bright light. They stared straight ahead. Lin Xian was also surprised. This was the demonic palace, right? It indeed had a mysterious aura. He used the heavenly secret divine eye to observe, but found that it was blocked by a layer of demonic aura. The crimson dragon also muttered, It was rumored that the demonic palace contained endless secrets. If they could enter it, perhaps, he chuckled. Lin Xian glared at him. Don't mess around. This is the territory of the demon race. Don't worry, I know. The Crimson Dragon shook his head. It seemed that he was still unwilling to give up. The witch smiled. She waved her hand and led the demonic crows away from the demonic palace, flying into the distance. At the same time, she said that this place was the core of the demon race. Our demon race was named after this place. Next, everyone went to other places to take a look. Then, they landed in the palace below. The experts of the demon race invited these geniuses. Everyone walked into the palace. Everyone, this way please. The witch led them in, but soon, someone came out and whispered a few words. The witch smiled. I know, she said. This way please. She changed her direction and walked to the other side. Everyone was surprised. Could it be that there was someone else ahead? Lin Xian asked curiously. Is there a guest in the demonic palace? Yes, there is. Moreover, he just arrived. I didn't know. The witch said with a smile. What kind of guest is this? How dare he be so arrogant? The people of Thunder God City snorted. They were unhappy as they felt that they were being ignored. The sky pride of the Golden Crow race snorted coldly. Which, can you tell us? His voice was incomparably sharp, as if there was no room for doubt. The demoness glanced at the prodigy from the Golden Crow tribe and a smile appeared on her face. She also knew that this genius from the Golden Crow race was extremely terrifying. His dermic powers reached the heavens. His name was Jean Patian. The witch stopped and looked at Jean Patian with a smile. This person had a great background. He came from the Great Desolate Mansion. He was the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. Huang Shi-san. What? It's him. Everyone was shocked. Jean Potion's face changed. The previous Huang Zi. The people of Thunder God City were shocked. They had heard of him long ago, but they didn't expect him to come. At this moment, these young sky prides were extremely shocked. Lin Xian was surprised. Who is this Huang Shi-san? Is he very powerful? He didn't know much about the major forces in the second astral realm. Wang Xiaofeng said, Of course he's powerful. The witch looked at Lin Xian and smiled. Lin Gongzi, are you not familiar with Huang Shi-san? Let me introduce him to you. Huang Shi-san is from the Great Desolate Mansion. He is the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. The Great Desolate Mansion is also a member of the Saint City. Do you understand now? Thank you for the information. Lin Xian nodded. He was surprised. The previous Huang Zi was the chief disciple and a leading figure. What is he doing here? He doesn't seem to be from the younger generation. Chapter 38:18. Lin Gongzi probably didn't know that Huang Shi-san was as famous as Fu Hongye in the past. His name shook the second astral realm, and his cultivation base was unfathomable. Lin Xian sucked in a breath of cold air when he heard this. He was well aware of how powerful his senior brother, Fu Hongye, was. Some of the small saints were shocked. They didn't expect Huang Shi-san to be as famous as Fu Hongye. It seemed like he had underestimated Huang Shi-san. When the others heard Fu Hongye's name, they swallowed their saliva in shock. Huang Shi-san was definitely someone they looked up to. Fortunately, Huang Shi-san wasn't from their generation, so they didn't have to face him directly. At this moment, a sky pride of the New Moon clan spoke. Could you introduce us to Huang Shi-san? Yeah, it wasn't easy to meet such a legendary figure. Demon City and Thunder God City also spoke. Even Jean Patian was tempted. The legendary Huang Shi-san of the previous generation. How powerful was he? Well, I'll give it a try. The Shi-san said a few words to Imoku and led the way. The group walked towards the east. After passing through a few buildings, they finally arrived at a great hall. The great hall was majestic, and laughter could be heard from time to time. However, it was blocked by a screen and a formation. They couldn't see it at all. They could only vaguely see a tall figure sitting there with his legs crossed. What a terrifying aura. They could feel the exuberant chi and blood of the person standing outside. It was as if they were melting in a furnace. Everyone, please wait for a moment. I'll give it a try. The Shi-san walked in while the others waited anxiously. Many of them were excited. After waiting for a while, the Shursan came out with an unnatural expression. They didn't notice it and asked eagerly, "Can we go in now?" The people of the New Moon clan asked. The people of Demon City and Thunder God City also said the same thing. "Yes, Shursan, please lead the way." The Shursan took a deep breath and smiled. "Everyone, young Master Huang said that it's inconvenient for him. Why don't I bring you to visit other places?" Everyone was stunned when they heard that. The Crimson Dragon snorted coldly. "Wow, he's so arrogant." Lin Xian frowned as well. This Huang Shursan was way too arrogant, wasn't he? How dare he avoid meeting with so many geniuses? Come to think of it, after all, the other party was an influential figure from a few hundred years ago. Looking at them now, it was like a big brother looking at a little brother. He probably wouldn't be interested. The surrounding geniuses immediately understood what was going on, and their faces turned ugly. He didn't want to see them. They were so angry that they were trembling. Which one of them wasn't a genius? Now that they had gathered together, it was truly a terrifying group of people. They even dared to challenge an elder of the Little Saint realm. But now, the other party had completely ignored them and directly disappeared. How arrogant was this? However, they also knew that the other party was the last generation's Huangzi, equally famous as Fu Hongya, so he indeed had the right to be arrogant. However, the feeling of being looked down upon was really too unpleasant. The top genius of the Golden Crow race, Jean Patian, stepped out and said, "Jean Wuzu, Jean Patian." When he heard that the previous prince was here, he specially came to meet him. His voice was like a clap of thunder, spreading into the crowd. The surrounding geniuses were stunned. They didn't expect the expert of the Golden Crow race to be so bold. Even those from the demon race were taken aback. The witch and Imoka quickly went in. They were afraid that Huang Shursan would be angry. After a while, the two of them walked out. This time, a figure walked out behind the two of them. That person's body emitted incomparable light, and his aura was abnormally strong. Could it be that Huang Shursan had come out? Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect the genius of the Golden Crow race to be so respected. Jean Potion's face was also filled with joy. Did you see that? This was the strength of the Golden Crow race. Others couldn't invite him out, but he could. Imoka said, "Young Master Huang had something important to do inside and couldn't leave. So, he drew an avatar and came to meet everyone." Why didn't they welcome him? As soon as those words came out, everyone was very uncomfortable. They had to welcome a mere avatar. Everyone was unhappy. However, no one dared to object. That was because the aura of an incarnation was already very terrifying. "Greetings, young Master Huang." With someone taking the lead, the others didn't dare to be careless and bowed to him. Imoku, who was by the side, started introducing to young Master Huang. This was the genius of Lei Shun, the genius of the New Moon race. This was the genius of the Golden Crow race, Jean Patian. Hearing that, the figure in front of him turned and stared at Jean Patian. Jean Patian immediately tensed up and revealed a look of shock. To be honest, he was too stunned. Previously, in his opinion, an incarnation was nothing. He didn't think much of it. But now, he felt that all his secrets were seen through by the other party. This avatar wasn't something he could resist. Therefore, he put away his arrogance. This was Lin Gongzi, Lin Wudi. Imoku started to introduce Lin Xian and the others. Huang Shursan frowned after hearing that. "Lin Wudi, you're overestimating yourself. How dare you call yourself invincible?" His eyes were filled with disdain. Lin Xian furrowed his brows. The people from Peerless City also looked displeased. Was this guy looking down on them? Seeing that, the surrounding people were overjoyed. This was great. Some of them were prepared to create a small conflict like Lei Shun. It would be best to let Huang Shursan and Lin Wudi fight. This way, it would be the best. A genius of Lei Shun City sneered. Young Master Huang didn't know that Lin Wudi was very arrogant. Yeah, it was said that he didn't care about any of the sacred city's geniuses. A person of the New Moon race sneered. Young Master Huang probably didn't know that Lin Wudi was the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Wushuang City. Hearing that, Huang Shursan's eyes shone with a cold light, enveloping Lin Xian. Suddenly, Lin Xian felt a great pressure. The hearts of Shi Bufan and the others from Water Sky City were beating wildly. "You're from Wushuang City?" he said coldly. "That's right." Lin Xian's face darkened and he nodded. "The other party was too aggressive. Kid, you're too arrogant. Don't think that you have the right to be arrogant just because you're the chief disciple. From now on, you're not allowed to call yourself invincible. If you dare to call me that again, I'll break your legs the next time I see you." Everyone's face changed when they heard that. The people of Wushuang City narrowed their eyes. Lin Xian's face darkened and he sneered. "My name has nothing to do with you." This guy dared to talk back to Huang Shi-san. Does he want to die? Everyone was shocked. Even Jean Patian was stunned. To be honest, when he faced Huang Shi-san, he didn't dare to fight back. He didn't expect that Huang Shi-san would dare to fight back. Chapter 38:19. The people of the New Moon Clan sneered. "Great. This brat doesn't know what's good for him. It would be best if he angered Huang 13. Then, he would be killed mercilessly." But at the same time, they were shocked. Lin Xian was too strong, even when he was facing Huang 13. If they didn't get rid of him today, they would be suppressed for the rest of their lives. To be honest, they targeted Lin Xian and wanted to kill Lin Xian because they were afraid of Lin Xian. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Huang 13 sneered. "You dare to provoke me? Look at them. Who dares to go against me? You don't know what's good for you. You think I won't dare to touch you just because you're from Wushuang City? Kid, let me tell you why. Even I don't dare to use the word invincible. Who do you think you are?" That was Huang 13's mentality. He was high and mighty, and other than a few people, he didn't put the others in his eyes. Even someone like him didn't dare to call himself invincible. How could an ant use it? That was why he was dissatisfied. What a joke. There were many things you didn't dare to use, but why couldn't others use it? There was no such logic in this world. Lin Xian didn't back down. His heart of martial arts was very firm. His goal was to become a great emperor. He wanted to surpass all ancient times and stand above everything. How could he change his mind just because of a few words from Huang 13? If that's the case, what's the point of walking the path of a great emperor? He might as well go home and sell sweet potatoes. Kid, do you know who you're facing? Huang 13's face darkened, and a shocking killing intent emerged. At that moment, everyone felt their hair stand on end. Even the people from the demonic palace changed their faces. The woman gave Lin Xian a look, telling him not to act rashly. Lin Xian's expression was cold. He couldn't back down under such a strong gaze. "Kid, you're arrogant, but you don't know what's good for you. Even your senior brother, Fu Hongya, didn't dare to talk to me like that. You?" Huang 13 took a step forward. "You have two choices. First, kneel down and kowtow, admit your mistake, and take back your words." And from now on, they were not allowed to use the word invincible. Secondly, you can persevere. However, I will personally kill you. Today, I will let you die in the desolate spring. Choose for yourself. As soon as he said this, the faces of the people from Peerless City changed. The Northern Demon and Crimson Dragon's faces darkened. This was too arrogant. They hadn't provoked the other party, and they didn't even know each other. Just because Lin Xian gave them a title, the other party wanted to kill them? This king is so angry. The Crimson Dragon gnashed its teeth, while Lin Xian's expression turned even colder. To be honest, he didn't understand why the other party was targeting him. Although it was a little arrogant of him to use the title of invincible, so what? This was his own matter. Why would the other party target him like this? Perhaps there were other reasons other than the word invincible. Could it be because of his identity? At the thought of this, he quickly sent a voice transmission. Who knew about Desolate 13's past? Shui Tian Chun thought for a while and said, "I've heard of it. 500 years ago, there were a few people who were very outstanding. Senior brother Fu Hongya was one of them, and the other was Desolate 13. At that time, the two of them were at the peak of their power and they even fought many times. Desolate 13 didn't seem to have the upper hand against senior brother Fu Hongyu." Understood. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. Desolate 13 had been defeated by Fu Hongya, and he hated the entire Peerless City. Now that they were the newcomers of Peerless City, they would naturally be suppressed by the other party. Lin Xian sneered after he understood this. 2 choices? What a bold claim. The great desolate mansion can't control Peerless City. Let me tell you now. My choice. I choose the 3rd choice. I will not change Invincible Lin's title, nor will I apologize to you, nor will I die in your hands. Lin Xian's voice resounded through the 9 heavens, and everyone was moved. Many people were shocked. Invincible Lin was too strong, and his martial will was too firm. His future was immeasurable. Moreover, they were impressed by his courage. Some of them sneered. Haha, how dare you provoke Desolate 13? Let's see how you're going to die this time. You don't have a 3rd choice. Since you don't want to kowtow and apologize, I'll have to do it myself. A terrifying aura appeared in Desolate 13's hand. Do you have the audacity to attack me? Aren't you from the same generation as senior brother Fu Hongyu? Are you going to attack the younger generation? You're really something. Did you lose to senior brother Fu Hongyu back then? That's why you want to target our Peerless City in particular. Shut up. You're courting death. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. Who told you that I lost to Fu Hongyu? The killing intent on his body became even more terrifying. Lin Xian wasn't afraid, and his body shone with golden light. I'm right. If you're really capable, go and fight senior brother Fu. Let's see if you're a match for him. Now you're bullying the younger generation. What kind of ability are you? I look down on you. Lin Xian's eyes were filled with disdain. What a sharp-tongued brat. I didn't expect someone like you to appear in Peerless City after a few hundred years. You're too arrogant. Today, I'll have to teach you a lesson. How should you face the experts of your generation? I'm not going to bully you. My incarnation is at the 5th heaven. If you can defeat my incarnation, I'll let you go. If you can't, then you'll have to prepare to die. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. His eyes were filled with killing intent, and he looked like he was about to attack. Young Master Huang, this isn't a good idea. The demon lady walked out with a frown. This time, she had brought these geniuses here for an extremely important matter. It was related to their demonic palace, especially Lin Xian, who they thought highly of. If Lin Xian were to be killed or beaten to the point that not even his bones remained, then their plan would be ruined. You don't have to care about this matter. It has nothing to do with demonic palace. I'm just teaching this brat a lesson. Desolate 13's voice was cold. Even though he was in demonic palace, he still didn't give the demon lady any face. Brat, are you ready to die? Desolate 13's voice was cold as he looked ahead again. Lin Xian's face was cold. On the other side, the Crimson Dragon was furious. Damn it, Grandpa Dragon will teach you a lesson. He wanted to rush out, but he was stopped by the Northern Demon. Don't be rash. The demon lady frowned. Young Master Huang, this is demonic palace. Leave some leeway for us in the future. Leave some leeway. What can you do if I go all out today? Desolate 13 turned around and stared at the demon lady. The demon lady's body tensed up as if she was facing a formidable enemy. Those from Demonic Palace were shocked as well. They rushed forward to persuade the demon lady. This was a ruthless and powerful person. Although he was just an incarnation, no one dared to provoke him. After all, his real body was still here. The demon lady might not be able to stop such a person. Chapter 38:20. Humph. The witch was also angered to the point where her small face became ice cold. When had they ever suffered such humiliation in their own territory? She shouted, Lin Gongzi, let's go. As he spoke, he wanted to leave with Lin Xian. Did I allow you to leave? Either you kowtow and apologize, change your title, or you die. There was no other choice. Baron Mountain took a step forward and blocked the path. At the same time, his terrifying aura sealed the entire area. The surrounding geniuses trembled in fear and quickly backed off. This was a person who was crazy to the extreme. Lin Xian turned around and stared at Huang Shan. You really want to fight me? You want to use your incarnation? That's right. Do you dare? Lin Xian laughed. Why wouldn't I? However, I'm afraid that I'll kill your incarnation and you'll come out with your real body. How about this? You can come out with your real body and suppress your cultivation base. We'll be on the same level. I'll kill you like a dog. Lin Xian's words were shocking. Thousands of lightning bolts fell from the sky. My real body? You're not worthy. Unless your senior brother Fu Hongye is here, none of you will fight with my real body. I'm already giving you face by using my incarnation to fight with you. At this point, the clone attacked, not giving Lin Xian any choice at all. A palm struck out, shattering heaven and earth. Not good. Beside Lin Xian, the faces of Shi Bufan and the others changed. They could feel a violent force trying to destroy them. Step back. I'll fight him. Lin Xian waved his hand and asked everyone to step back. At the same time, he shouted and punched out. Boom! His palm collided with his opponent's, causing heaven and earth to shatter. A terrifying aura swept out in all directions. The surrounding geniuses were all pushed back by the force. The witch screamed. He's crazy. He's really crazy. She was dissatisfied with Huang Shan's strength, but she did not expect Lin Xian to accept the challenge. In her opinion, none of the young geniuses dared to fight against someone like Huang Shan. Even if it was just an incarnation, they would not be able to defeat it. However, Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he continued to attack. Could the other party really withstand it? She wanted to make a move, but at that moment, an aged voice rang out in her ears. Don't stop them, let them fight. It just so happens that we want to see how talented this kid is. Hearing this, the witch's body shook. She transmitted her voice and said, Yes, Protector, I understand. She knew that the 4 great protectors of the demonic palace had already begun to watch the battle from the surroundings. If the 2 of you want to fight, sure. My demonic palace will provide the venue. At this point, she waved her hand and activated the formation. The boundless demonic chi in the surroundings transformed into strange runes that shrouded the entire area. They have activated a supreme defensive formation. The others also retreated to the distance, nervously watching the battle. Boom! Lin Xian made his move. His entire body was like a kunpeng. His speed was extremely fast as he charged forward. Daring to take the initiative to attack me, your courage is commendable, but today you will die without a doubt. Huang Shisan sneered. Although it was just a clone, he was extremely confident. He raised his palm and struck forward. A thunderous sound was heard, and the void was shattered by his attack. Boom! Lin Xian struck out tens of fists that shone brightly in the sky. They were like tens of suns as they collided with the opponent's palm. Heaven and earth shattered. The 2 forces came from all directions. At this moment, everyone was stunned. They didn't expect that Lin Xian would really make his move. Moreover, from the looks of it, Lin Xian was able to go against Huang Shisan. Although it was just a clone, it was too incredible. Huang Shisan was already famous 500 years ago. Not to mention now, this kid was so strong. Jean Potion's face turned serious. The people from Lei Shunxing and Thousand Demon City narrowed their eyes. The people from the demonic palace were also stunned. Even the experts from the demonic palace who were watching the battle in the dark were shocked. The 4 great protectors were interested. This kid was incredible. If he meets the last condition, then this person, we must get our hands on him. Even though it was just a simple exchange of blows, everyone could tell that Lin Xian's talent and his physique were simply way too strong. Blocking the opponent's palm, Lin Xian sneered. Is this your strength? You said that you wanted to kill me, but that's all you got. What Huang Shisan? That's just an empty title. You don't deserve to be on the same level as my senior brother Hongyi. Ignorant. Huang Shisan snorted. His eyes shone brightly. He charged forward. His palm was like a ball of fire that danced. It was so bright that everyone couldn't open their eyes. One could imagine how terrifying that palm was. Kill. Lin Xian didn't dodge. He waved his 9 suns divine fist and fought back. His golden fist exploded. At the same time, the black qilin tattoo on his body jumped. It was a human-shaped qilin. Huang Shisan's palm was pushed back. The Crimson Dragon exclaimed, Damn, is it really just a clone? How can it be so strong? The North Demons were shocked too. They knew how strong Lin Xian's physique was. But now, there was someone who could fight against Lin Xian's physique. And it was just a clone. That was unbelievable. One had to admit that Huang Shisan was too strong. Lin Xian noticed it too. But he wasn't afraid. Huang San was a generation older than him. It was normal for him to be strong, but he was confident that he could destroy Huang San's clone. Buzz. Lin Xian summoned the 5 elemental laws and formed a sword. He slashed down. The palm was sliced open. What a terrifying sword technique. Everyone was shocked. They had seen how terrifying it was, but it still couldn't block the sword. Lin Xian's sword chi was even more terrifying than his physique. Huang San was stunned too. His eyes shone brightly. He raised his hand and slashed out a blade. That blade was like the river Styx. It rolled in the sky and could kill gods and Buddhas. The surrounding geniuses were all trembling. That blade seemed to be able to cut them in half. The blade and sword clashed. In the blink of an eye, 30 moves had passed. The void was shattered, and the ground was sunken. It was like the end of the world. Lin Xian crossed his arms and slammed down. An immortal pagoda appeared in the endless demonic aura and slammed down. In an instant, it shattered the desolate blade. Not only that, it even sent Huang San's clone flying. What is that? It's too scary. Some people's pupils shrank. Even the people of the older generation from the demonic palace exclaimed in surprise. The aura brought forth by the pagoda was truly too extraordinary. Why did it feel like the hidden immortal pagoda? Some people's mouths were dry. They had read about the hidden immortal pagoda in ancient books. The pagoda that Lin Xian had conjured right now was simply too similar. Could it be that he had seen the hidden immortal pagoda before? These people were dumbfounded. Chapter 38:21. Arg. Huang San raised his head and roared. The desolate's aura on his body continued to gather, and the laws of nature gathered together to form a peerless saber that he held in his hand. Slash. He slashed out more than 30 times, shattering heaven and earth. The void collapsed silently. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda clashed once again. The hidden immortal pagoda shook violently as if it was going to shatter at any moment. Lin Xian's expression changed. The hidden immortal pagoda was so powerful that it had never failed. But now, it was showing signs of collapsing under Lin Xian's long blade. How powerful was he? Humph. Lin Xian harumphed coldly. The great dragon sword spirit in his body was activated, emitting a monstrous sword chi. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda became more solid. Not only that, the sky in the other 4 directions was shattered, and 3 more immortal-burying pagoda appeared. The pagoda suppressed Huang San together. The surrounding people were so scared that they almost peed their pants. This method was too strong. This Lin Wudi's divine ability was too terrifying. For hidden immortal pagoda, even Jean Potion's eyelids were twitching. It would be difficult for him to escape. This should be Lin Xian's strongest skill. Huang Chueyin guessed. Otherwise, he would not dare to believe it. The New Moon Clan, Lei Shansheng, and the people of Demon City were gritting their teeth. The 4 illusory hidden immortal pagoda rushed down. Even the powerful Huang San was trembling. His eyes were filled with shock. An ant in his eyes actually had such ability. It was really beyond his expectations. You're strong, but I won't lose. With a roar, his body suddenly enlarged, turning into a giant that could support the heavens and the earth. This giant was too strange. There were countless chains on his body, as if he was locked in the void. However, he could still move. He slapped out his palm, which was as big as the sky, and sent one of the hidden immortal pagoda flying. At the same time, he continued to attack. This was the power of desolation. The demoness screamed. Imoka's expression was solemn. How could there be such power in the world? This Huang San was really terrifying. After an intense collision, the giant sent the 4 desolation pagoda flying. However, he did not feel good. Many cracks appeared on his body, as if his body was about to shatter. However, he did not shatter in the end. His body shrunk and returned to normal. He looked at Lin Xian. What other tricks do you have up your sleeves? Otherwise, I'll take your life. You are very strong and worthy of my full strength. Lin Xian's eyes shone with a resolute light. He felt his blood boiling. It had been a long time since he last fought. He wasn't going to hold back. He was going to unleash all of his power and divine abilities to the fullest. Jean Patian didn't believe that this guy was bragging. The people of Thunder City were smirking. However, the dark red divine dragon sucked in a breath of cold air. F*CK, this is also a battle maniac. They knew, as well. They knew how strong Lin Xian. If he was to fight too, these people would probably be dumbfounded. He crossed his arms and endless power gathered in front of him again. This time, a huge cauldron was formed. The dragon pattern cauldron appeared, bringing with it a shocking power. Everyone was stunned. What kind of power was this? Why did it feel like it was no weaker than the hidden immortal pagoda? What kind of power did this kid have? It was too strange. They did not know that the great dragon sword spirit could transform everything. After Lin Xian created the dragon pattern cauldron, he grabbed it and threw it forward. This was something that was even more frightening than an ancient mountain. The void could not withstand it in an instant. Boom! Huang Shi was sent flying, crashing into countless mountains and rivers. Lin Xian stomped his feet and leaped up like a giant ape. The dragon pattern cauldron in his hand kept attacking. Huang Shi was defeated. He could not fight back at all. No way. Huang Shi was suppressed. Everyone's eyes almost popped out. Although it was just a clone, who could suppress it? But Lin Xian did it. Huang Shi roared in anger. He wanted to fight back, but Lin Xian's aura was too strong. His divine body was fully activated, and the black Qilin tattoo covered his body. The dragon pattern cauldron in his hand was incomparably heavy. The two dragons seemed to come alive, and they could destroy heaven and earth. Boom! Another intense collision occurred. Huang Shi was sent flying, crashing into the ground so deep that the bottom couldn't be seen. Everyone's scalp went numb. They wanted to see how Huang Shi was doing. However, Lin Xian's pupils shrank. Not good. He moved sideways and at the same time, turned around and attacked. Behind him, a biting cold aura hit him and sent him flying. He spat out a mouthful of blood, staining the dragon pattern cauldron red. He turned around and saw Huang Shi turn into a stream of light, charging at him. Go to hell, brat. Huang Shi's hair was disheveled, and his body was surrounded by light. He was like a demon king, full of murderous intent. Obviously, the loss he suffered just now had made him go berserk. Some people were terrified that Lin Wuti was injured. The people of Demon City and Thunder God City sneered. That's right. How could Lin Wuti defeat Huang Shi? That's right. Just one of his clones could kill him. Kid, it's useless. Although your divine ability is strong, you can't kill me. But I, on the other hand, can take your life. Huang Shi emitted a biting cold light and turned into two blades. His attacks were extremely sharp. This technique could be called a divine weapon. Lin Xian's body was trembling, and his blood was boiling. Buzz. Another attack. The dragon pattern cauldron was shattered by the two blades. Lin Xian retreated. His black hair fluttered in the wind, and his body turned into rays of sword qi swimming around him. Sword. With a roar, the dragon sword soul let out a loud dragon roar. Thousands of rays of sword qi rushed out of Lin Xian's body. They moved between heaven and earth, turning into a sea of swords. With a wave of his arm, the sky full of sword qi slashed forward, drowning Huang Shi. Damn, he's too violent. Every sword could kill a sage. With so many sword qi attacking at the same time, everyone was shocked. This Lin Wuti was really too strong. Could it be that he really had the charm of a young great emperor? Damn it, who could suppress such a person? At this moment, the experts were shocked. The people of Saint City gasped. Perhaps only their chief disciples, the peerless geniuses, could suppress Lin Wuti. Roar. In front of them, there was a roar, and the ground shook. The sky full of sword qi was torn apart, and a figure rushed out. Kid, you've angered me. I'm going to tear you into pieces. At this moment, countless rays of sword qi appeared on Huang Shi's body. It was unusually cold, and turned into a torrent. It fought against the sky full of sword qi. Chapter 38:22. This person is too powerful. The dark divine dragon exclaimed. He had never seen anyone who could go against Lin Xian to such an extent. This person was too strong. The crimson dragon had followed Lin Xian all the way. He knew that Lin Xian had many powerful enemies. However, each of them was earth-shattering. For example, the great demon and Yin Nantian had powerful backgrounds. One was a mortal enemy, and the other was the successor of a great emperor. That was why he was able to fight Lin Xian to a standstill. But now, Lin Xian was able to do the same with just a clone. This was unbelievable. Is this your true strength? Interesting. Don't disappoint me. You'd better not disappoint me. Lin Xian sneered. Everyone was stunned. Was Lin Wuti just toying with Lin Xian? If that was the case, it was too scary. Stop pretending. I'll kill you now. The sky was filled with saber light. Both of Huang Shisan's arms released divine power, turning into two sabers that surrounded Lin Xian. Kill! Lin Xian roared. He charged into the sky and clashed with the two sabers. Boom! Everyone's ears were about to be torn apart. In the next moment, a figure was sent flying. In the sky, countless laws were shattered. Cracks appeared on Huang Shisan's arms as he was sent flying. Kill! Lin Xian waved his arms. Endless sword chi turned into dragons, cheilants, phoenixes, and all kinds of other forms that appeared in the sky. Lin Xian seemed to have created a world of sword chi that pressed down from the sky. Huang Shisan was suppressed again, and this time, his injuries were worse. If he didn't use his saber light to defend himself, his body would have been torn to pieces. The surrounding people were stunned. Lin Wuti's sword was actually so strong. They had never seen it before. They used to think that Lin Xian had a strong physique and powerful skills. But now, they were facing a formidable enemy. It seemed that they had to find a way to defend against Lin Xian's sword chi. I won't lose. My only opponent is Fu Hongya. Desolate 13 roared. Terrifying runes appeared on his body as he soared into the sky. They formed one terrifying vortex after another, sucking away all of the sword chi. He formed a seal with his palm and slapped it over. Everywhere it passed, everything withered, as if it had turned into desolation. The great desolation scripture. Someone cried out in alarm, and the expressions of the others also changed. This was the ultimate skill of the great desolation mansion. Now that it was being executed, it was truly incomparably torrential. Huang Shisan was too strong. Yes, he had the capital to laugh at everything. I feel that he is a very powerful enemy on the path to becoming a great emperor. Hearing this, everyone nodded. Indeed, if one wanted to walk the path of the great emperor, then it would no longer be a competition between those of the same generation. Instead, one would have to contend with countless experts from all over the universe. He even had to compete with some of the top old monsters. Everyone could become a great emperor. No one would know until the very last moment. The strength that Huang Shisan had displayed had left them in despair. Kill! Huang Shisan roared and charged towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian also displayed various divine abilities. The great dragon sword soul manifested all things, causing the entire world to shatter. In an instant, a great battle broke out. Everyone was shocked. This Lin Wuti was too much of a freak. Yes, he could actually contend against the great desolation scripture. What was he cultivating? He had just entered the holy city. Could it be that he had already mastered a peerless divine ability before entering the holy city? These people were all stunned. Some people stared at Lin Xian with fiery gazes. Lin Xian must have some heaven-shaking secrets on him. Not only that, Lin Xian soared into the sky and stood above the 9 heavens. His body shone brightly, an endless sword chi crackled around him. As it swam around him, his aura became even more powerful. Lin Xian then charged down from the 9 heavens. He took to the air like an eagle and turned into countless streaks of dragon-shaped sword aura, piercing through the void below. Each of the sword chi was too cold. It was like a peerless divine sword, burning and glowing. Boom, boom, boom. Huang Shisan was annihilated once again. When the sword chi disappeared, the radiance on Huang Shisan's body dimmed. Cracks appeared on his body. Kid, It's really surprising that you could force me to this extent. Huang Shi-san was incomparably ferocious. I admit that you're strong. You're definitely among the younger generation. How could Baron 13 say something like that? Did he recognize Lin Wudi's strength? The surrounding people were stunned. Jean Patian was dumbfounded. This was an unparalleled honor. Lei Shunsheng and the people of Demon City gritted their teeth. They were envious of Huang Shi-san. You can be proud of yourself for being able to fight with my clone to this extent. However, it's impossible for you to defeat me unless your senior brother is here. Even if Fu Hong is here, she might not be able to defeat me. Also, don't think that you're the best among your peers. The chief disciple of my great desolate mansion will be born soon. At that time, he will take your head on behalf of me. Is the peerless genius of the great desolate mansion going to be born? The great desolate talisman and the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Is it similar to the battle between Huang Shi-san and Fu Hongye 500 years ago? Everyone was excited. If that's the case, they're looking forward to it. Who would be the chief disciple of these two sects soar to the sky this time? While everyone was still in a daze, Huang Shi-san turned around and walked towards the main hall. It seemed like he didn't want to fight with Lin Xian anymore. Lin Xian sneered. Are you trying to push me away? Are you trying to run away without a fight? Do you think you can stand and leave as you wish? Do you think you're the one who calls the shots in this world? Since we're going to fight, let's fight to the end. Damn, Lin Wudi is still not letting go. He's too arrogant. He's going overboard. Some people sneered. Even the experts of the Sky Demon Palace shook their heads. They thought that Lin Xian shouldn't try to fight again. Sure enough, Huang Shi-san suddenly turned around. His eyes were glowing with a terrifying light. Brat, do you want to die? I don't want to fight now because I think you're a good opponent. I'll leave you to the chief disciple of the great desolate mansion. Could it be that you want to be killed right now? Do you think you can kill me? With your personality, you won't hesitate to kill me. Lin Xian sneered. You forced me to kneel down and kowtow to you. You even wanted to kill me. Now, you're leaving in the middle of the fight. What's the meaning of this? Why don't you kneel down and kowtow to me too? Or I'll kill your clone. Otherwise, I'll fight you to the death. Lin Xian's words were too shocking. The surrounding people wanted to kneel down. Who would dare to treat Huang Shi-san like this? Indeed, it was an unfair fight. Huang Shi-san was looking down on everyone. The crowd didn't think much of it because Huang Shi-san was too strong. However, Lin Xian was still unconvinced. Chapter 38-23. Huang Shi-san was infuriated. You're courting death. He roared angrily and used the great desolation scripture again. At the same time, a cold snort was heard from the main hall. Then, a ray of light flew out. It turned into a weapon and was held in his hand. The Baron's sky halberd. Huang Shi-san was really angry. Obviously, his real body had given him a weapon. The Baron's sky halberd was a terrifying sacred weapon from the first prince's residence. It was given to Huang Shi-san. Did he finally use it? It seemed like the Baron's sky halberd wanted to end the battle immediately. Buzz. The Baron's sky halberd shook and the void shattered. A terrifying murderous aura swept across the 9 heavens. At that moment, the faces of the geniuses changed. Even the elders of the heavenly demon palace looked solemn. It was a terrifying weapon that was famous in the second astral boundary. It had been stained with the blood of countless experts. Was it going to be stained with Lin Wudi's blood again? Die. With a roar, the Baron's sky halberd turned into a torrent and slashed down, trying to split Lin Xian in half. Oh no, Lin Wudi was in danger. They might be split in half, or even killed. Everyone exclaimed. The dark red godly dragon and the northern godly demon were also nervous because the threat this weapon posed to them was too great. Buzz. Lin Xian roared and wrapped his arms around the Baron's sky halberd. The Baron's sky halberd floated in his arms. No way. Lin Xian caught it with his hands. Was he going to take the sacred weapon with his bare hands? Moreover, it was a peerless weapon like the Baron's sky halberd. Everyone was stunned. Huang Shi-san was also stunned. How could his opponent block his attack? Was this a joke? Go to hell. He exerted force on the barren sky halberd and swung it down mercilessly. It was as if a peerless beast had come back to life. The aura it exuded sent chills down everyone's spines. Lin Xian waved his arm and used stellar transposition to send the barren sky halberd flying. At the same time, he quickly retreated. The reason for that was because the baleful aura on the desolate sky halberd had split open, shattering a part of the void into nothingness and dodging the attack. At the same time, the sword will erupted with an incomparable aura. The sound of the collision was intense in the void. Humph, it's useless. You can't block my desolate sky-painted halberd. Desolate Shursan's cold voice rang out. The two of them had already exchanged over 100 moves, causing the heavens and earth to shatter. The barren sky halberd was not affected at all, and the unparalleled sword was also blooming with a biting cold light. Lin Xian sneered. Who said I was going to deal with barren heaven-painted halberd? I just need to kill this clone of yours. Upon saying this, the unrivaled sword emitted a piercing sound. Dazzling sword chi exploded, transforming into 48,000 streaks of sword light. Get lost. Huang Shursan roared. His barren sky halberd turned into a windmill and blocked most of the sword lights. It's useless. With this sacred artifact, even a clone of mine can kill all of you. At this moment, Huang Shursan was full of confidence. Is that so? Lin Xian sneered. Suddenly, he activated the stellar transposition, a secret technique of the unparalleled secret technique. Its power increased by 5 times in an instant. The stellar transposition could divert all energy. At this moment, he used all of his energy on the barren sky-painted halberd. The barren sky-painted halberd trembled violently and turned around, cutting half of the clone's body. Huang Shursan was scared out of his wits. He could not understand why his weapon would attack him. In a hurry, he could only dodge. However, one of his arms was still cut off. Huang Shursan was injured. That's impossible. How did he do it? Everyone was shocked. Huang Shursan's eyes were filled with killing intent. How dare you use such a despicable method? He was too shocked. Humph. Lin Xian sneered. This is a peerless superpower. You just don't understand it. As he spoke, the sword light in his hand became sharper. At the same time, he activated his eye technique and continuously attacked the clone's soul. The clone was already injured. Now that one of his arms was cut off, it could be said that his vitality was greatly damaged. The light on the clone was already very dim. It would not be long before it disappeared. The experts of the demonic palace were shocked and secretly watched. The 4 protectors were also shocked. This was not an ordinary clone. This was definitely Huang Shursan's clone that he had cultivated for hundreds of years. If the clone was killed, it would have a huge impact on the mountain. It might even hurt Huang Shursan's body. Moreover, the hundreds of years of cultivation would be wasted. They wondered if this kid could do it. Prepare to attack. Huang Shursan might go crazy. We must stop him. We don't have to do it. Let the other elders do it. The 4 protectors discussed in a low voice. Although Huang Shursan was strong, they did not think much of him. After all, these people were old monsters who had lived for thousands of years. They could be said to be living fossils. Sure enough, the 4 living fossils were right. Huang Shursan's clone became weaker and weaker. In the end, it was cut by Lin Xian's sword twice. 2 sword wounds appeared on its body. It was almost cut in half. The surrounding people were all shocked. They didn't expect such an outcome. Initially, they thought that Lin Xian would be defeated after the desolate heaven halberd appeared. There was even a possibility that he would be killed. Who would have thought that Lin Xian would become stronger as the battle went on? He did not manage to hurt Huang Shursan earlier, but instead, he attacked at the last moment. This caused Huang Shursan to be severely injured. Boom! Lin Xian seized the opportunity and used stellar transposition to change the direction of the desolate heaven halberd. At the same time, he struck out his sword. The unparalleled sword flew out and clashed with the desolate heaven halberd. I will not lose. Ant, die for me. Huang Shursan roared. However, Lin Xian was way too domineering at this moment. Every single move he made was akin to a true dragon. In the end, He actually managed to smash Huang Shisan into pieces with a single punch. Arg! Huang Shisan's clone roared crazily, trying to heal himself. However, Lin Xian's punches rained down on it like raindrops. It turned into a thousand dragons picture and flew towards Huang Shisan's clone, smashing it into pieces. Damn it! How dare you! You're courting death. The person in the palace could not hold it in any longer. He roared, causing the 9 heavens and 10 lands to tremble. Countless cracks appeared on the thousand dragons picture, and it exploded. Lin Xian was sent flying by the force of the explosion. He summoned the dragon pattern cauldron in front of him to block the shockwave. Many of the surrounding geniuses were vomiting blood. Their faces were filled with fear. Oh no, Huang Shisan's real body must have made a move. Sure enough, they saw a figure walking out of the palace. With a single step, he appeared in front of them and shattered the thousand dragons picture. It was a tall and sturdy man. He looked exactly the same as Huang Shisan's clone, but his aura was even more terrifying. It was definitely the aura of a small saint. Like a demonic god, he stood in the void and glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian felt that his qi and blood were about to freeze. It was not a good feeling. Chapter 38:24. He roared, and the great dragon's sword soul began to circulate in his body. At the same time, he looked at Huang Shisan fearlessly. You dared to kill my clone? How dare you? Huang Shisan snorted coldly. His voice was like 1,000 claps of thunder, causing people's hearts to beat wildly. Lin Xian wasn't afraid of Huang Shisan since he wanted to kill him. He looked at Huang Shisan and said coldly, What? You're not convinced? You can fight me with your real body. Suppress your cultivation and fight me at the same level. I can kill you like a dog. You think you can kill me? Huang Shisan took a step forward, and the 9 heavens and 10 earths cracked. At this moment, everyone's hair stood on end. The people of Thunder God City, Demon City, and even the experts of the Golden Crow tribe were trembling. They felt like they had to kneel down and worship Huang Shisan. What kind of power was this? The will of a minor saint could crush everything. Lin Wudi probably wouldn't be able to withstand it. Maybe he would take the initiative to kneel down. Some people were shocked. Lin Xian, he felt a powerful will. It was as if it wanted to make him float. Humph! A dragon roar came from his body, and the aura that burst out was enough to shatter heaven and earth. His body was as straight as a javelin. You're too naive to think that you can make things difficult for me with just the will of a minor saint. Fight me if you have the guts. Get lost if you don't. I'll fulfill your wish. Huang Shisan said coldly, and the law on his body spread out. It seemed like he wanted to suppress his cultivation and fight Lin Xian to the death. However, at this moment, a few elders of the demonic palace flew over from afar. They asked the two of them to stop. Why are the two young masters so angry? While the witch was trying to persuade Lin Xian, the other two elders of the demonic palace started to talk to Huang Shisan through voice transmission. No one knew what they were promising. Huang Shisan's eyes lit up when he heard it. He looked at Lin Xian. Kid, you're lucky. I'll spare your life this time. However, I won't let you off for killing my clone. In a few months, the heavenly fate star will open. At that time, the chief disciple of the great desolate mansion will bring my order to cut off your head. Enjoy the last few months of your life. Huang Shisan turned around and left, disappearing from everyone's sight with his desolate heaven halberd. The Demon King had finally left. Many of the geniuses heaved a sigh of relief. The pressure from the other party was too great. At the same time, they guessed that if this news were to spread, it would shock many people. Lin Xian actually managed to kill one of Desolate 13's clones. This was too heaven-defying. Some people sneered. Lin Wudi wouldn't live for long. That's right. Since he dared to offend Huang Shisan, he would die without a doubt. Due to Huang Shisan's status, he wouldn't do it himself. However, there were many geniuses in the great desolate mansion, especially the current chief disciple, who was said to be an extraordinary person. He was known as the second Huang 13. If he made a move, Lin Wudi would have no way to survive. Everyone was discussing animatedly as they kept looking at Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian snorted coldly and was not afraid at all. The chief disciple of the great, desolate mansion? He was still too inexperienced to kill him. No matter what kind of genius you were, if you dared to make a move against him, he would definitely send you to the Yellow Springs. He even swore that as long as he had the chance to enter the Little Saint realm, he would personally kill Huang 13. Next, the people of the demonic palace went up to calm them down and began to change the atmosphere. The witch even suggested that they go around the demonic palace to take a look. This scene shocked many people. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. The demonic palace was a mysterious palace that had been passed down since ancient times. Even if they couldn't enter, it was already a great opportunity to look at it from the outside. Everyone sat on the black demonic crows and flew towards the demonic palace. Soon, they saw the mysterious palace floating between the heavens and the earth again. The vast aura made them greatly astonished. This time, they were very close to the palace and could stand at the corner of the palace wall. Therefore, they could see the traces of time on the palace wall. For example, there were various palm shadows and sword marks. It was very terrifying. These were all left behind by the great battle of the great saints in the past. You can try to touch it outside. The demonic palace will give you a special privilege, the witch said with a smile. Hearing this, the people were even more shocked. Finally, someone reached out and touched the black palace wall. Someone couldn't wait and started to try. Sure enough, there were runes on the palace wall that shrouded the person's hand. Everyone was shocked. What a mysterious aura. I seem to feel a different Great Tao will. Great, it might be able to improve my Great Tao laws. These people were shocked and tried one after another. At the same time, the four protectors had already entered the demonic palace. They were guarding an ancient statue. That statue was completely made of divine crystals. It emitted an unparalleled divine secret. The witch had already ordered people to start experimenting, but so far, no one met the requirements. Buzz. Just as he finished speaking, a light suddenly appeared in the eyes of the divine crystal statue. Although it wasn't very bright, it was incomparably strange. Seeing this scene, the four protectors were shocked. Who was trying it outside? Soon, news came. It was a genius of the Thousand Fiends City. It was a dark-type crocodile. Remember his identity and wait for our decision. The four protectors sent out the news. Not long after, the light in the eyes of the divine crystal statue became stronger again. It was much stronger than before. If it was like a firefly before, then it was like a lamp now. Who is it? An elder hurriedly asked. The news came. It was Jean Patian of the Golden Crow race. This Jean Patian was really extraordinary. He could actually stimulate it to this extent. He really met the requirements. One of the protectors nodded. The other one also nodded. However, one of the protectors said, Actually, it would be best if we could get Huang Shi-san. Sigh, what a pity. If it was 500 years ago, we could have tried. But now, Huang Shi-san is too strong. Moreover, he has the desolate sky halberd. We might not be able to subdue him instantly. If he asks for help from the great desolate mansion, then the matter will be exposed. So, we have to choose someone below the minor saint realm. Next, a few more geniuses made their moves. All of them caused changes in the statue. Some of the eyes of the statue were like fireflies, while others were like lamps. For example, Jean Patian, the princess of the new moon race, and a few other famous sky prides. However, the four protectors had been waiting for Lin Xian to make his move. In the Lin Xian pavilion, Shirbufan and the others in the Water Sky City had also made their moves. Lin Xian was also curious. He also placed his hand on the wall. He felt a strange energy surging into his body. At the same time, the great destruction spear in his body started to move again. Endless demonic chi turned his entire arm pitch black. Boom. Lin Xian did not trigger any more terrifying heaven and earth vision. However, the people in the demonic palace were extremely shocked. The four protectors were completely stunned. They stood up immediately, their bodies trembling like zombies. Chapter 38:25. Because at this moment, the statue changed again. The gaze from before was like a bright lamp, causing them to be moved. But now, its gaze was like two suns that illuminated the nine heavens. If it weren't for the mysterious demonic palace, the light would have spread. How was this possible? Wasn't it too strong? The four elders were dumbfounded. This scene was completely out of their expectations. Even an old voice came from the statue. That voice was incomparably excited and trembling. Who is this person? Find him for me. We must get him at all costs. Yes, Patriarch. The four protectors knelt on the ground. If anyone else saw this scene, they would definitely be scared out of their wits. These four protectors had very high statuses in the demonic palace. They were living fossils. Even the palace master of the demonic palace had to be respectful when he saw these four protectors. But at this moment, the four protectors were kneeling on the ground. Just what was inside this statue? Who was trying it just now? The four protectors stood up and asked anxiously. The news outside had spread. It was Lin Wudy. Lin Wudy. It was indeed him. The four protectors' eyes shone with a piercing light. They also began to observe secretly. They saw that Lin Xian's arm had turned completely black. Furthermore, that demonic chi caused them to be greatly moved. Could it be that this person was also from the demon clan? Ying said that he had once used a black spear and recorded it with a formation. The other protector, an old woman, opened her hand. The formation flickered, and the scene of Lin Xian's battle appeared. Inside, Lin Xian was indeed wielding a black spear. It was pitch black and emanated a monstrous demonic aura. After the other three protectors saw it, they gasped. Could this be the legendary demonic Dao sacred artifact? The Spear of Annihilation. It couldn't be wrong. He actually had the Spear of Annihilation. Could he be a great demon? Thinking of this possibility, the four protectors were shocked. How could they not know about great demons? They were the most terrifying and mysterious of the demon race. There were very few people in the great demon clan, and every time one of them would come out and sweep through all four directions. Could it be that this generation's great demon was Lin Wudy? If that was the case, Lin Wudy had hidden his strength too well. That's great. There's hope for the old ancestor. If we can obtain this great demon's successor, then our demonic palace will be able to regain our glory from 10,000 years ago. The four protectors were incomparably excited, and the ancient voice once again sounded from the statue behind them. What a pure demonic aura. I must obtain it, no matter the cost. It was time to prepare to take action. They had to take him away without anyone noticing. The four protectors had already started discussing how they were going to make their move. Lin Wudy was too dazzling, and he was the third-generation chief disciple of Wushuang City. In the future, he might very well be the second Fu Hongya. Peerless City places great importance on this matter, so we can't act openly. Otherwise, Peerless City will definitely fight us to the death. Especially today, when Yi Shiwen had killed Huang Shisan's clone in such a domineering manner. If word of this spread out, Yi Shiwen would be even more excited. He was a genius, but he had offended many people. Thunder God City, Thousand Demon City, New Moon Clan, Golden Crow Clan, and now Great Desolate Prefecture. These people would definitely not let Lin Wudy grow so smoothly. What do you mean? The elders looked over. The protector's eyes glinted coldly. Let's get someone else to do the dirty work. Let the sacred city take action while we secretly snatch Lin Wudy. That way, even if Lin Wudy disappeared in the end, no one would think that it was us. Even if Peerless City was angry, they would only fight with those few who were born. A few elders were secretly making arrangements here. Outside, Lin Xian still did not know that he had been targeted. At this moment, he was sensing the aura. Perhaps he could use it to comprehend the law of demons. However, there was not enough time. The witch directly led everyone away. The reason was that this was their most important place, and they couldn't stay for too long. Everyone sighed, and Lin Xian shook his head slightly. Then, he left. After all, this was their territory. No one would dare to be presumptuous here. Then, everyone left. Even the four protectors were prepared to make a move here. However, after thinking about it, they gave up. If they made a move here, Peerless City would definitely suspect them, so they could only let them leave safely. After everyone returned, the news spread out. Some people who had just arrived were even more shocked. What did you say? Lin Wuti killed one of Huang Shisan's clones? Impossible. Was Huang Shisan the incomparably powerful genius 500 years ago? He should be a little saint now. Moreover, he was extremely terrifying among little saints. Yes, he was as famous as Fu Hongye. If you said that Fu Hongye did it, I would believe it. But how could Lin Wuti do it? He was only a fourth heaven saint. Where did he get the strength from? No one believed it. However, more and more people said that they saw it with their own eyes. This made the others have no choice but to believe it. This Lin Wuti was too heaven-defying. Now, he could kill Huang Shisan's clone. This was the second Fu Hongye. Once she grew up, who could fight against her? The major sects in the sacred city felt the pressure. It couldn't be helped. Fu Hongye and Huang Shisan were unparalleled existences even among the top geniuses. Back then, they were so dazzling on the Pilgrim leaderboard. Even now, the two of them had been removed from the Pilgrim leaderboard. Countless elders felt their hair stand on end. There was no doubt that such people would become sacred kings in the future. Lin Xian was called the second Fu Hongye. One could imagine how high the evaluation was. However, there was also news that Lin Wuti was definitely not Huang Shisan's match. Yes, his senior brother Fu Hongye was more likely. I heard that the Grand Baron Mansion has sent news that their chief disciple of this generation will make a strong move. Moreover, they're going to behead Lin Wuti. This was getting more and more interesting. The battle between the Grand Prince's mansion and Peerless City's chief disciple? I'm looking forward to it. Perhaps someone would want to take Lin Wuti's life even before he entered the celestial fate planet. Lin Wuti had offended many major sections. Moreover, the disappearance of the 10 little saints back then was related to him. How could the sacred city be willing to accept this? Someone sneered. What's going on? Are they going to make a move? Did you get some insider information? Those people discussed excitedly. On the other side, Aqua Sky City was also nervous. What should we do? It seems that they're going to make a move on us. Damn it. Are these people crazy? Are they going to send out a little saint? What should we do? Wang Xiaofeng and the others were also very nervous. Chapter 38-26. Lin Xian also frowned. After he came back, the news about him spread around. This was nothing to him, because it was not the first time he caused the world to exclaim. However, the news that came out made him treat it seriously. Some news said that some saint cities would join hands to capture him and ask about the whereabouts of the missing minor saints. Those were minor saints. Even in the saint cities, they were the core strength. It was not easy to cultivate one. Now that 10 of them had disappeared, these saint cities could not bear it. Indeed, there was a mysterious force in Thunder God City, Demon City, and Golden Crow Clan, saying that they wanted to join hands to capture Lin Xian. Who was this force? Outsiders did not know. 10 days later, the people of Demonic Palace returned with a smile on their faces. They had convinced those people that they would join hands to capture Lin Wuti. Hearing those words, a smile appeared on the Fiend Palace's protector's face. Demon Girl felt incredulous. She asked, "Protectors, is it really so easy to succeed? Will these people believe us?" Ying, you are too naive. Do you really think they are doing this just for the 4 minor saints? They want to get Lin Wuti's secret. Yes, Lin Wuti had only joined the saint cities for a few years, but he was already so powerful. He must have had a peerless divine ability that was not weaker than the great desolation scripture. Who wouldn't want such an inheritance? Indeed, Lin Wuti was too strong. He could fight against the heavens. Killing people who were 4 realms higher was not a problem for him. This was definitely a peerless inheritance. Therefore, these experts of the saint cities were all thinking about the inheritance. This was the main reason why they took action. As for asking about the 4 minor saints, it was just a superficial lie. After all, they had to have a legitimate reason to take action. But don't worry, Lin Wuti will be ours in the end. Everything he has and his secrets will belong to our demonic palace. These people revealed a devilish smile. On this day, a major event happened in the Moon World. Thunder God City, Demon City, Golden Crow Clan, and New Moon Clan joined hands, forming an army and charging towards Lin Wuti's residence. They locked down Lin Wudi's residence. This matter immediately caused a stir in the entire world, and everyone knew about it. Quick, go and take a look. Something big has happened. Were these sacred cities really going to attack Lin Wudi? Had they brought forward the Saint War? They were truly stunned. The way they saw it, Lin Wudi would be captured and assassinated after they entered Celestial Fate. But he hadn't expected that the holy cities would make their move 2 months before the Heavenly Fate star would open. This time, the people on the 4 moons gathered again. They wanted to see what would happen to Lin Wudi. After all, such a character was simply too dazzling. If he matured, he would be like the sun in the sky. If he died, the entire starfield would sigh. Lin Xian and the others were also nervous in their mansion, as if they were facing a great enemy. Damn it, they really did it. Shui Tianqing, Shi Bufan, and the others were incomparably shocked. The Crimson Dragon roared, "This was going too far. Kid, let's attack together and kill them." The Northern Demons also stood up. "Brother Lin, we will fight you until the end." Lin Xian frowned. No, it seemed that the enemy had sent out a few minor saints. It was obvious that they wanted to kill him. He couldn't lose his life for nothing. Indeed, the minor saints were too strong for them. If the minor saints attacked, they wouldn't be able to stop them, unless they cooperated with Black Mountain and the Grand Sage Tower to kill them. But last time, it was a secret move. It was his trump card, and he didn't want to reveal it. Moreover, there were other armies besides the minor saints this time. There was no way they could stop the minor saints, let alone kill them. There was only one plan left, and that was to ask for help from Peerless City. Did they really think that they didn't have any minor saints on their side? Next, Lin Xian began to send a message to Peerless City, explaining the situation on his side. Then, they began to wait patiently. Outside the mansion, there was a huge army. Each of them was like a devil god, exuding an unparalleled aura. There were even more onlookers around. They were 100,000 miles away, and they didn't dare to come closer. Once the battle broke out, they would retreat even further. This distance was nothing to them. They could clearly see everything that was happening in front of them. In front of them, the people of Thunder God City, Myriad Demon City, Golden Crow Clan, and New Moon Clan were gathered together. A young genius of Thunder God City jumped out and sneered. "Lin Wudi, get out here." His voice was like thunder, causing everyone's scalp to go numb. The genius of Thunder God City was too cool. These days, they were suppressed by Lin Wudi to the point that they couldn't breathe. Lin Wudi was too dazzling, and they couldn't resist him at all. They didn't expect that they would finally get the chance. So what if Lin Wudi was a genius? After today, there would be no Lin Wudi in this world. "Lin Wudi, are you deaf? Get out here." The genius of Thunder God City shouted crazily, trying to vent his anger. On the other side, the people of New Moon Clan also jumped out. "What's wrong? Weren't you very powerful before? Why are you acting like a coward now? Lin Wudi, come out. Tell us what happened in the past, and we'll spare your life." The people of Myriad Demon City also came out and sneered. The experts of Golden Crow Clan harumphed. "Come out and kneel down. Let us collect your soul, and we'll spare your life. Otherwise, we'll take action and judge you. You'll die without a doubt." In the distance, those people felt their scalps go numb. Although Lin Wudi was strong, he couldn't fight against so many Saint Realm experts. Moreover, there were a few minor saints this time. This Lin Wudi wouldn't be able to escape this time. However, no matter how many people shouted, no one came out from the mansion. Only the formation shrouded everything. "Not coming out? Do you think we can't do anything to you if you don't come out?" Jean Patian walked out with a ferocious look in his eyes. To be honest, he had always thought of himself as a genius and didn't put anyone in his eyes. However, the experience in Demonic Palace 2 days ago had given him a huge blow. Facing Huang Shisan's incarnation, he didn't dare to resist. However, the ant in his eyes, Lin Xian, killed Huang Shisan's incarnation in a domineering manner. In comparison, he was completely inferior to Huang Shisan. He couldn't accept it at all. Today, he came here to vent his anger. He harumphed coldly and waved his hand. Monstrous flames swept down and enveloped the formation in an instant. Chapter 38:27. At the same time, a huge crack appeared on the mansion below. Why don't you dare to come out? Jean Patian sneered. Aren't you very powerful? Come out and fight me if you have the guts. He continued to clamor. I see that you use despicable means to kill Huang Shisan's incarnation. Right now, he really wanted to slander Lin Xian. He also wanted to deny Lin Xian's battle achievements. That way, he would be able to calm down. Otherwise, wouldn't it mean that he was inferior to Lin Xian? Lin Wudi? He doesn't even have the courage to confront us. Such a person has no future. The people of the New Moon clan also walked out. The others sneered. Some of them attacked continuously, wanting to capture Lin Xian by force. At the same time, everyone was watching the battle. There were a few terrifying figures in the distance. One of them was the princess of the New Moon clan, Gao Yu. The little maid beside her frowned. This person won't be able to survive. The first prince is really reckless. He actually dares to get involved. Gao Yu's eyes flashed coldly. She asked, "Where are our people? Did they do anything?" The little maid said, "According to your orders, we have warned our people, but no one did anything. However, most of them were just watching." Sure enough, there were some people behind Gao Yu. They were also from the New Moon clan, but they did not attack Lin Xian, because Gao Yu did not allow it. The ones who attacked were the first prince of the New Moon clan and his people. The first prince was the one who killed Gao Yu. However, his plan was ruined by Lin Xian. Hence, the first prince hated Lin Xian. Now that there was a chance to kill Lin Xian, the first prince did not hesitate to attack. Behind Gao Yu, an elder frowned. "Princess, do you really think this kid is good? This is a situation where death is certain. I don't know if he can survive, but I know that this kid is very strange. Moreover, he saved me before. We also promised him that we will not attack him again. Hence, whether he is dead or alive, we have to keep our promise." The people from the surrounding holy cities attacked the mansion below in a frenzy. They didn't kill him in one blow, but kept attacking. It seemed like they wanted to create tension and force the person inside to come out. It was like a cat playing with a mouse. They wanted to play each other to death. Rumbling sounds rang out from the mansion as a terrifying aura filled the air. The faces of the people from Peerless City turned ugly. Eldest senior brother, let's fight it out with them. Even senior brother Lin had to kill his way out and fight them to the death. These people gritted their teeth. The other party was too despicable. It was obvious that they did not put Wushuang City in their eyes. In Water Sky City, Shi Bufan, Wang Xiaofeng, and the others also looked at Lin Xian. "Senior brother Lin, as long as you give the order, we will do our best." The North Demon and the Crimson Dragon couldn't take it anymore. "Kid, show them what you're made of." Lin Xian frowned. His expression was extremely solemn. These people didn't even dare to breathe loudly in front of him. They were suppressed by him to the point that they couldn't even lift their heads. But now, they dared to be so arrogant in front of him. What did this mean? This meant that the other party was very confident. They were trying to provoke him. "Don't go out first. Wait here for the people from Saint City to arrive. Ruffian Dragon, you should set up more formations as well." Hearing this, the people from Water Sky City said that they were going to let these people continue being arrogant. The Dark Rainbow Godly Dragon was angry too. "That's right, kid. I can't take this lying down. Naturally, I won't let them continue being arrogant. However, these people are here for me. I can't drag you into danger. Wait here. I'll go out and meet them." But senior brother Lin, those people still wanted to say something. Lin Xian turned his head and said, "All right, since I'm the head disciple and you're willing to listen to me, you have to listen to my orders now. Just stay in the mansion. Don't worry. They can't kill me. Also, the people from Wushuang City will be here soon. When the time comes, we'll counterattack." Buzz. Lin Xian walked out. "What should we do?" Gue Li and the people from Water Sky City looked at each other. Beiyao said, "You guys should listen to Brother Lin. Since he said so, he should be confident. Ruzalong, hurry up and set up the formations. We can wait. But when it's time to attack, we can't be careless." Outside, the clamor continued. The most arrogant ones were the people from Thunder God City. Their genius Lei Chong and top genius Lei Qian had died in the hands of the other party. This made them so angry that their lungs were about to explode. Now, they naturally wanted to take revenge. A genius from Thunder God City stood in the void like a thunder god, looking down at the mansion below. He sneered, "What, Lin Wudy? You still don't dare to come out? How disappointing. What happened to your arrogant attitude in the past? Weren't you insufferably arrogant and crushing your peers? Now that we're here, you don't dare to come out? Thunder God City is too arrogant." The people in the distance whispered. Some people said, "I know that person. His nickname is Sword of Lightning. His sword skills are superb, with an incomparably violent aura. He was also a fifth heavenly layer genius." Lin Wudy couldn't come out. Didn't he see that there were so many experts around? There were even small saints. If he dared to come out, he would definitely die. Everyone was discussing. However, they didn't know that Lin Xian had already come out and was hiding in the void. At this moment, Lin Xian stared at Sword of Lightning, his eyes emitting a biting cold killing intent. He had seen this person before. When he was in Sky Demon-covered region, Lin Xian had provoked him in Desolate 13th's incarnation. He didn't expect that Lin Xian wouldn't dare to make a move now. Sword of Lightning still didn't know that Lin Xian had come and caught up with him. At this moment, he had a cold and arrogant smile on his face. "Lin Wudy, it's fine if you don't come out. You must have relatives and friends, right? You must have senior brothers and sisters. When those people come to this world, I'll cut off their heads one by one. At that time, I'll see if you dare to come out or not. All of these people died because of you." Speaking of this, his body emitted a ferocious killing intent. When the others heard this, their scalps went numb. This was too ruthless. He was going to kill them all. Lin Xian's eyes also emitted a biting cold killing intent. This person had touched his reverse scale. Therefore, he didn't hold back anymore. He was ready to attack. With a stomp of his foot, he instantly turned into a stream of light and rushed forward, emitting an incomparable light. In an instant, he arrived in front of Sword of Lightning. Sword of Lightning was still sneering before, but when he saw the figure in front of him, it was golden like a god of war. He was scared out of his wits. "Lin Wudy, how dare you come out?" He was so scared that he peed his pants. Chapter 38:28. The reason why he dared to stand here was because he had bet that Lin Wudy wouldn't dare to come out. With so many minor saints here, Lin Wudy would definitely die if he came out. However, he didn't expect that Lin Wudy would dare to come out and attack him. Run. Although Sword of Lightning was arrogant before, he didn't even have the courage to fight Lin Wudy now. He turned around and turned into a sword light, trying to escape. How could Lin Xian let him escape? He waved his fists, unleashing an unparalleled aura. That surge of energy shattered the lightning sword's body into pieces. Even his soul was burned by the Nine Suns' divine fire. Arg! With a scream, Sword of Lightning was destroyed. This sudden turn of events caused everyone to be stupefied. The people from other sacred cities were stunned. Those who were watching from afar were also stunned. Who did it? They turned their heads and looked over. The next moment, exclamations were heard. "Lin Wudy, it's actually you. Heavens, he still dares to come out. No way. Isn't he too strong? He killed a genius of Thunder God City in front of the experts of Thunder God City." Everyone sucked in a cold breath. Lin Xian stepped on Sword of Lightning's corpse and sneered. "Why? Weren't you very arrogant before? You want to kill me and my friends. Why don't you try?" When he spoke, the killing intent on his body was incomparable. "Damn brat, you're courting death. The people of Thunder God City have gone crazy." Another genius from their side had fallen, and it was done by Lin Wudy. All of a sudden, these people rushed up, emitting an unparalleled killing intent. Terrifying lightning interweaved between heaven and earth. It was a scene of destruction. Lin Xian roared, "Let's see who dares to move." The people of Thunder God City were disdainful at first. They had to kill Lin Wudy today. But soon, they realized that something was wrong. A terrifying aura suddenly emerged from the mansion below. Although it wasn't obvious, it made the minor saints shudder. Wait, the minor saints of Thunder God City waved their hands and stopped the group. Those geniuses did not know what was going on. However, when they looked down at the mansion below, they could feel their hair standing on end. There was no reason for it. They were just terrified. Damn it! What exactly was in the mansion below? The people of the Thousand Demon City, the Golden Crow tribe, and the New Moon clan were also dumbstruck. In the distance, those people were also stunned. Thunder God City's people actually didn't make a move. Why did they suddenly become so careful? An expert snorted coldly. Couldn't they feel that Lin Xian's residence was different? There was an extremely terrifying aura coming from it. Could it be that Peerless City's top fighters had already arrived at Lin Wudi's side? That was very likely the case. Otherwise, why would Lin Wudi chase him out? The people of Thunder God City were bewildered. One of the elders gritted his teeth and said, "Could it be that the elders of Peerless City had come?" The aura below was naturally released by He Shan. Lin Xian wanted to play the empty fort strategy to stall for time. As long as the experts from Wushuang City arrived, he would be able to relax. Before that, he wanted to hold off so many experts alone. No, this time only the younger generation came. Why? You guys don't want to fight? Come on then. I'll take it alone. If I take a step back, I'm not Lin Wudi. Lin Xian waved his hand, looking very domineering. Damn it, there's a trap. The experts of Thunder God City frowned. No one was fearless of death, not even Lin Wudi. There must be something wrong with the other party's action. If they made a move, they would give the experts of Peerless City a chance to take action. This time, the expert who came was very unusual. Perhaps, he was an extremely terrifying existence among the small saints. If they really let such an existence take action, they would be in trouble. Kid, do you think we'll jump into your trap just because you want us to? What an idiot. That's right. How could we fall into your trap? The people of Thunder God City and Thousand Demon City sneered. Oh, not going to take action? Lin Xian also smiled. Then why are you guys here? Weren't you guys very arrogant before, asking me to kneel down and take it back? Now that I'm here, why aren't you guys taking action? Lin Xian looked around and stared at the people of Thousand Demon City. Since you guys aren't taking action, then I'll take action. You were the one who wanted to kill me just now. After saying that, Lin Xian turned into a stream of light and rushed out again. It was too sudden. No one expected that Lin Xian would start a massacre again. Damn it, how dare you? This time, the people of Thousand Demon City roared, "Hurry up and take action." Those people attacked crazily. However, they realized that it was too late. Lin Xian dodged all the attacks and retreated to his original place. On the side of Thousand Demon City, a powerful demon saint's eyes were wide open. He was split into two, and his soul was instantly extinguished. The broken corpse fell to the ground below, causing the world to sink and turn into the abyss of hell. Another one died. These people were crazy. The eyes of the people of Thousand Demon City instantly turned red. Damn it, kill him. In an instant, two people charged over. One of them opened his mouth and stuck out a tongue. The tongue was very red and had a monstrous blood aura. It was extremely terrifying. It was like a sword light between heaven and earth, causing people to tremble involuntarily. It was a toad that had cultivated into a spirit. It had reached the fifth firmament demon sage realm. On the other side was a Tibetan mastiff. It was extremely terrifying. Its terrifying claws covered the sky and the earth, causing people's hair to stand on end. Lin Xian sneered and attacked forcefully. On his fists, there was a biting cold sword light as he slashed out. With one strike, the two people's attacks were destroyed. Then, the two people's bodies were torn apart by the violent energy. How was that possible? Before the two of them died, they couldn't believe that the two of them couldn't stop the other party even if they joined forces. There were people from the New Moon race who wanted to kill me just now, right? After killing the people of Thousand Demon City, Lin Xian didn't stop. Instead, he turned his head and stared at the person from the New Moon race. The woman from the New Moon race screamed in fright. Her face was pale as she quickly retreated. The people from the New Moon race also rushed over and protected the woman. Damn kid, try touching one of them. This time, the other party wouldn't dare to make a move with all the protection, right? Lin Xian sneered. I'm going to make a move today. What can you do to me? Suddenly, an unparalleled golden light burst out from his eyes. The woman who was protected by countless people suddenly hugged her head and screamed in pain, rolling in the air. In the next moment, her body stiffened and she stopped breathing. Dead. Another elite had died. How was that possible? He didn't even make a move. The people from the new moon race were stunned. They had been guarding against Lin Wudi for a long time, but the other party didn't move at all. It was as if he had killed a level 5 elite on their side with just a glance. Could a glance kill? Chapter 38-29. Damn it, it was an ocular technique. His ocular technique was actually so powerful. An elder screamed. The others were in an uproar, looking at Lin Xian, incomparably terrified. This person was too heaven-defying, a super strong physique, terrifying sword skills, and now even a complaint could crush everything. This was simply a demon king, sweeping through everything. Quickly protect him. The people on the Golden Crow tribe's side also moved quickly, protecting the person who provoked them previously. At the same time, on their bodies, golden flames surged into the sky, forming a sun that suspended above their heads, protecting that person's soul as well. This time, let's see what you can do. With layers of protection, Lin Wudi could not get close at all. Moreover, the soul was also protected. Even if he used an ocular technique, it would probably have no effect this time. Everyone thought that Lin Wudi would not make a move again. Looking at the other party's appearance as if they were facing a great enemy, Lin Xian smiled. This is your capital to be arrogant. Facing me alone. You are so cowardly. You also dare to be arrogant in front of me? Do you think that I can't kill him if you protect him? If I want to kill someone, even the heavens can't stop me. Lin Xian sneered. This time, he did not use an ocular technique, but cast stellar transposition. A strange power quietly surged forward. With a clang, a person beside that man suddenly unsheathed a long blade and slashed over. With a miserable cry, that person was struck. Blood instantly dyed red. Damn it! The Golden Crow tribe side was in a panic, not knowing what the saint had done. Good opportunity. Lin Xian snorted coldly and cast stellar transposition. Immediately, the Golden Crow sun condensed by these people suddenly descended. It enveloped that man. Boom. He smashed his head into pieces. The headless corpse fell down. The soul also burned to ashes in the raging fire. No. Damn it. How is this possible? I don't believe it. The people on the Golden Crow tribe side were splashed with blood. Their faces were full of horror. What method was this? Those people in the distance were also in an uproar. Did he use an ocular technique? No, it's not an ocular technique. Especially when that long blade was unsheathed. Why do I feel that there is a spy within the Golden Crow tribe? What if he killed his own people? These people discussed animatedly with fear on their faces. This kind of inexplicable death made them very uneasy. As soon as Lin Xian came out, he killed the 4 powerhouses in a domineering manner. These people who had once provoked him had all died at his hands. Do you want to continue fighting with me, or do you want to scram? His eyes were filled with killing intent. Damn it! Damn it! Lei Shanxing and the people from the Demon City gritted their teeth in anger. The people of the Golden Crow clan and the New Moon clan looked even more ferocious. They had charged in aggressively, and they should have been able to capture the other party easily. Who would have thought that the other party would be completely unharmed? On the other hand, they had lost 4 experts. This was simply unimaginable. What to do? These people were communicating with each other through voice transmission. They wished they could attack immediately. Don't be rash. The aura of the mansion below is very strange. It might be a holy venerate. If there really is such a person and he finds a reason to attack, none of us will be able to leave alive. There's no need to rush. We've already sent people down to investigate. We'll know whether or not there are any experts soon. The people from the Demon City said. The others were also discussing. They were waiting anxiously. Not long after, the eyes of the people from the Demon City suddenly burst with a piercing cold light. They had investigated clearly. There were no experts below. This kid was deliberately mystifying. Kill him. The people of the Golden Crow clan and the New Moon clan were shocked. How did the Demon City know? Suddenly, the people of the Thunder God City were shocked. Could it be that Void Beast? They knew that the people from the Demon City were all from the Demon Clan. Many of them had strange abilities. For example, there was a Void Divine Beast that could hide in the void and investigate everything. Perhaps it was that Void Divine Beast that had discovered the situation below. Thinking of this, they all laughed. That's great. Linwoody, go to hell. Deliberately mystifying. Do you think you can be saved like this? These people erupted with unparalleled killing intent that swept in all directions. Lin Xian was instantly enveloped. Kill. Jean Patian roared and charged over. He had long been unable to bear it. The other party actually dared to kill the people of the Golden Crow clan. Unforgivable. Get lost. Lin Xian snorted coldly, and a domineering force surged from his body like a peerless beast. Jean Patian slapped out with both palms, colliding with Lin Xian's power. In the next moment, he was sent flying, and his palms were split open. How could he be so strong? Golden Heaven Crushing Sword was astonished. He was extremely confident in his own body. The body and flame power of the Golden Crow clan were enough to burn everything, but now, he was injured by the other party. Moreover, what frightened him even more was that the other party was still going to attack. Lin Xian succeeded in his attack and attacked aggressively. He wanted to kill Jean Patian, but soon, he turned into a Kuan Pong and dodged quickly. Fortunately, he changed his direction. A large golden hand reached out and burned the void where he was originally. A small saint of the Golden Crow clan. Damn it! Lin Xian's pupils constricted. Suddenly, he felt a chill run down his spine. He instantly entered the Grand Sage Tower. With a clang, the Grand Sage Tower was sent flying, trembling continuously. The 9 heavens and 10 lands were collapsing. Lin Xian was inside. His face was pale, and his eyes were filled with killing intent. It was another small saint. Yes, it was a small saint from Thunder God City. The small saint's face was extremely cold. What kind of Dharma treasure was it that blocked his attack? He stared at the tower between heaven and earth. They originally thought that it would not be easy to take down the other party if they worked together. However, the other party suddenly changed his direction and dodged the attack of the Golden Crow clan's small saint. Then, he hid in the tower and blocked the attack of the Thunder God's small saint. This was simply unbelievable. A small saint could kill a level 4 ant with just a glance. How could the other party survive until now? This person had a lot of secrets and treasures. He had to get his hands on him. At this moment, the small saints attacked crazily with fire in their hearts. The great sage pagoda trembled uncontrollably and rolled far away. However, it was not damaged at all. This made the others even more jealous. This was definitely a top Saint Chi treasure. Hurry up and capture him. Below, in the mansion, the people waited nervously. Suddenly, their pupils constricted. Oh no, these people are attacking. Could it be that we've been discovered? The expressions of the northern demon and the others changed drastically. The Crimson Dragon slammed down. Kill. He rushed out, and the array he had set up exploded. Terrifying sword chi, saber light, flames, and all kinds of acquired energy surged over instantly and engulfed a small saint. The small saint sneered. You can't hurt me at all. His body shone with boundless light, and his law surged, knocking away all the energy. Then, he pointed a finger at the Crimson Dragon. Chapter 38:30. The Crimson Dragon's hair stood on end. He swung his tail and dodged the attack. That violent energy still caused him intense pain all over his body. Damn it, if I become a minor saint, I will roast all of you and eat you. Old thing, if you can't kill me, then kill your disciples and granddisciples. The Crimson Dragon roared angrily and attacked the other people from the Saint City. Those people were also frantically trying to defend themselves. For a moment, screams filled the air as all kinds of strange energy erupted. Retreat. Those people in the distance retreated frantically. They did not expect that a great battle would break out in an instant. They retreated a few million miles away. The void in front of them had completely sunk. Humph! How dare a bunch of young ants fight against us? The little saint of the Jinwu clan sneered. His eyes shone with golden light. The monstrous flames caused Shui Tianqing and the others to retreat frantically. They were no match for him. An illusion of a divine technique appeared on the northern demon's body. The tree branches enveloped Shui Tianqing, Wang Xiaofeng, and the others, healing their injuries and providing them with strong vitality. At the same time, he quickly transmitted his voice. Master, aren't you going to make a move? There's no need for me to make a move. The people of Wushuang City are here. Black Mountain turned into a stream of light and disappeared between heaven and earth. The northern demon was stunned for a moment, then his face was filled with joy. In the next moment, the void shattered. Countless formations formed a spatial gate, and a few figures rushed out from it. How dare you attack my Wushuang City? You've gone too far. Kill. After the few figures came down, they were extremely angry. They attacked crazily and blocked the little saints. There are elders. The experts are here. In Water Sky City, Shirbufan, Ghostly, and the others exclaimed, "This is great. The little saints are no longer a threat. Kill them." These people rushed forward. The Crimson Dragon controlled all kinds of formations to assist these people in the battle. At the same time, he also rushed toward an expert of the Lightning God realm, killing in all directions. The Dragon Clan's divine ability was extremely powerful. It tore apart a person's body in an instant. The person's internal organs were destroyed, and half of his body was swallowed by the Crimson Dragon. Crawling snake, go to hell. On the Demon City side, a demon beast rushed over and blasted the Crimson Dragon with a violent force, sending the Crimson Dragon flying. However, he returned with an even more powerful stance. "You're the snake. This daddy wants you to kneel." He roared, and a terrifying power surged out. The demonic beast's pupils shrank. What kind of power was this? Why was his soul trembling? This was bad. This person's bloodline was much stronger than his. He turned around and fled. The dark red holy dragon spat out a dragon flame and burned it to ashes. Gurei Li, Zishui Tianqing, and the others joined the battle too. However, as they had just joined the sacred city, they were unable to compete with the experienced geniuses of the other sacred cities. For a moment, they also received attacks and counterattacks. Fortunately, the formations set up by the Crimson Dragon were very profound and could assist them. This time around, Peerless City had also sent some second-generation disciples to lead them on a killing spree. Lin Xian was even more powerful. Without the threat of a minor saint, he left the Grand Sage Tower and began to plunder his targets. Buzz. He came in front of the person closest to him. The person was terrified. "No, don't kill me. I'm not here to target you." Before he could finish his words, he was slapped into a bloody mist. This was a genius of the New Moon Clan, who was instantly killed by Lin Xian. Lin Xian pulled out the unparalleled sword and the Great Destruction Spear. With a swing of his sword, he split the expert of Myriad Demon City in half. With another swing, he sent a genius of the Golden Crow clan flying. That genius was torn into pieces. The miserable sound made one's scalp tingle. Thousands of miles away, everyone was terrified. They didn't dare to go. However, they could still see the situation in front of them through the formation. Had a big fight already started? The experts of Peerless City had arrived. The minor saints were stopped. Lin Wudi was about to start a massacre. They were stunned. Originally, it was a siege against Lin Xian. However, it was no longer like that now. Lin Xian would probably kill all the people of the sacred city. Sure enough, Lin Xian was like a demonic god, walking in the void. Wherever he passed, he would kill all gods and Buddhas that stood in his way. No one could block a single strike from him. The power of the great dragon sword spirit filled his entire body, causing his every move to be incomparably violent. At this moment, Lin Xian's heart was overflowing with killing intent. How could he hold back? Buzz. Suddenly, there was a loud noise. Wang Xiaofeng vomited blood and was sent flying. There was a lot of frost around her. However, The two experts of the Golden Crow clan began to attack her. In an instant, she fell into an extremely dangerous situation. Kill. Lin Xian tore through the void and came to Wang Xiaofeng's side. Buzz. The Great Destruction Spear and the unparalleled sword flew out together, splitting the two experts of the Golden Crow clan. The Great Dragon Sword Soul kept roaring, charging at the bodies and souls of the two experts, killing them directly. Too strong. Everyone's hair stood on end. The minor saints were even crazier. How dare you? They were all frightened. The strength of the other party was beyond their expectations. They reckoned that the people they brought with them were no match for the other party. Other than them, only the chief disciples or the extremely heaven-defying geniuses could contend against the other party. Damn it, I'm going to kill you. Jean Patian rushed over again. He transformed into his true form, a huge golden crow, and dove down. The claws emitted a cold metallic light that was comparable to a divine weapon. Boom. Lin Xian attacked. Violent energy erupted and sent Jean Patian flying again. One of the huge claws was destroyed, while the other was cut down. Jean Patian screamed. Lin Xian did not pursue him. Instead, he went to the side of the New Moon clan. Sword Chi swept across, cutting a few of them in half. At the same time, he activated his eye technique, the Blue Sea Holy Tide. Terrifying light swept out in all directions like a tide. In an instant, countless people in the sky screamed and fell from the sky. One person, sweeping away thousands of troops, as if he was invincible. He looked down on everyone. In the distance, those people were completely stunned. The elders of the New Moon clan and the little maid were also shocked. It can't be. He can really do it. The little maid was terrified. The elders also frowned. It seemed like the people on the first prince's side were in trouble. However, there were also people who were unhappy. No matter what, those people were their clansmen. They were the New Moon clan's people. How could they be willing to be slaughtered mercilessly at this moment? Princess, do you want me to save him? One of them asked. Gao Yu snorted coldly. Have you forgotten who sent the human world to kill me? You want to save him? Gao Yu turned around and stared at the middle-aged man. Her eyes were filled with killing intent. Yes, I know. The middle-aged man's scalp went numb, and he retreated. However, Gao Yu's gaze did not move away from him. 16th Elder, I've always been suspicious of how the first prince could know my whereabouts and control it so accurately. It seems like we have a spy on our side. Don't you think so? Chapter 38-31. 16th Elder broke out in a cold sweat when he heard this. He knelt on the ground with a thud. Princess, I'm definitely not a traitor. Is that so? Take him away for interrogation and search his soul. I think we'll know who the traitor is, right? Men, take down Elder 16 for me. The surrounding experts immediately attacked. 16th Elder wanted to resist, but he was pressed to the ground in an instant. The laws in his body were sealed, and he couldn't use any power at all. Princess, spare me, 16th Elder exclaimed. Gao Yu snorted and took him away for interrogation. He had long suspected that there was something wrong with them. There must be a spy planted by the first prince. Now, he finally found him. Gao Yu turned her head and looked into the distance. This has nothing to do with us. If the first prince wants to make a move, let him do it. I want to see how long he can be smug. Listen up, from today onwards, no one from our branch is allowed to be enemies with Lin Wudi. Those who violate will be killed without mercy. Yes, Princess. We understand. The people of the New Moon Lord lowered their heads. In fact, even without Gao Yu's reminder, they didn't dare to provoke Lin Xian anymore. He was too strong. At this moment, more than a dozen Fifth Heaven experts had fallen at his hands, and it was still going on. The people of the Holy City were crazy. Their hearts were bleeding. Although they were the Holy City with tens of thousands of years of heritage, they had a strong foundation, but they couldn't afford to lose so much. Moreover, if they died on the Destiny Star, it would be bearable. After all, there was danger in going against the heavens to snatch treasures. But now, the Destiny Star hadn't even opened, and so many of their geniuses had fallen. How could they bear it? They fought back crazily. Some even wanted to attack and kill Lin Xian. But this time, Wushuang City sent a few small saint elders and a few core disciples of the second generation. They were abnormally strong. One of them was the third disciple of the second generation. He was called Soul Chaser, and his strength was abnormally terrifying. Under his leadership, the other experts of the holy city couldn't care less about attacking. They could only protect themselves. Seeing that Lin Xian was about to kill and sweep away everything, however, at this moment, an unforeseen event occurred. The ground below was originally shattered and sunken, but suddenly, a few black pillars of light shot out from the mountain of corpses and sea of blood. It pierced through heaven and earth. One after another, there were a total of 72 streaks, covering the sky and hiding the earth, shocking everyone. The unparalleled aura shocked them even more. Damn it, what's going on? Did these people from Wushuang City set up another shocking array? The people of Peerless City were also stunned. Was it set up by their senior brother's friends? Many people had forgotten about the Crimson Dragon. The Crimson Dragon said, "Wow, it's not me. Could it be the guy from Black Mountain? Wasn't this a little too extravagant?" Before he could finish his words, the sky suddenly darkened, and streak after streak of starlight poured down. A total of 36 streaks of starlight shrouded the entire sky. 36 celestial dippers and 72 earthly fiends. What was this? Many of the little saints were terrified. They frantically retreated. This formation was too extraordinary, containing the profound mysteries of heaven and earth. It was unknown who set it up. Was it to surround and kill them? It was as if they were facing a great enemy. Lin Xian was also stunned. What a powerful formation. It seemed that those holy cities were doomed. He wanted to chase after them with the little saints. However, as soon as he flew into the sky, a streak of starlight shrouded him. Immediately after, 36 streaks of starlight formed a chain and bound him. What was going on? Was it targeted at Lin Wudi? At this moment, everyone was stunned. Who was it? It was not Thunder God City, nor was it Demon City. Then who was it? The expressions of the powerhouses of Peerless City changed drastically. They attacked frantically. However, at this moment, 36 celestial spirits and 72 earthly spirits worked together and directly shrouded Lin Xian. Then, 9 streaks of starlight were torn apart and disappeared. What was going on? Lin Wudi disappeared? At this moment, heaven and earth shook. No one knew who did it. Lin Xian was suppressed by this force. He also felt that the situation was not good. The great dragon sword soul in his body circulated and attacked several times, but it did not break through. One could imagine how terrifying the formation was. Who was it? Who wanted to capture him? Thunder God City, Demon City, the Golden Crow Clan, or the New Moon Clan? No matter how he thought about it, he felt that it was unlikely, because if these people had such terrifying means, they would have used it from the beginning. Why wait until after he killed so many elites? Who was it? Could it be that there were still hidden enemies? In an instant, he thought of the human realm. However, he also felt that something was not right. If the human realm wanted to kill him, they should have killed him on the spot. While he was thinking, he felt that the array formation around him was rumbling, as if it had undergone a change. Could it be that someone was going to appear? He was secretly vigilant. Even though he was bound, Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. He had the great dragon sword soul in his body and some trump cards. He wanted to see who dared to attack him. Around him, the black pillars of light disappeared, and the starlight in the sky gradually gathered, forming 36 chains and 72 runes that attached to his body and sealed his power. However, Lin Xian could already see the surrounding scene clearly. The next moment, he was dumbfounded. Where was this? He was too shocked. The Black Mountain Range, the black trees, everything carried a monstrous demonic aura. This was the Sky Demon Overturn region. Why was he here? Could it be that the people of the Sky Demon Palace saved him? Soon, he saw many people walking over. They were all people of the Sky Demon Palace. He saw the witch and Imoku. He was about to greet them, but the witch's expression was cold. "Take them away." She waved her hand, and soon, the people of the Sky Demon Palace suppressed Lin Xian and flew into the distance. Lin Xian's heart instantly sank. What was going on? From the looks of it, it wasn't the people from the demonic palace who saved him, but the people from the demonic palace who sealed him. He had never offended the Sky Demon Palace. Moreover, the other party had been very friendly to him before. Why would they suddenly capture him? Damn it! Was the other party plotting to steal something from him? Thinking about it, the only thing that could arouse the interest of the Sky Demon Palace was the great spear of destruction in Lin Xian's hands. Or could it be that the matter of him killing the great demon had failed, and the Sky Demon Palace and the great demon clan had a relationship? He did not know. Soon, he was suppressed by the crowd and came to the front. There was a floating palace in front of him, emitting a mysterious aura. The Sky Demon Palace. This time, Lin Xian was shocked again. What was the other party planning? Reporting to the Guardian, the person has been brought here. The witch knelt on one knee and said respectfully. The door of the Sky Demon Palace opened. 4 figures that could not be any older walked out. These 4 people were like zombies, making one's scalp tingle. For living fossils and abnormally terrifying. They were extremely terrifying experts of the Sky Demon Palace. Lin Xian's heart sank. Although he had a trump card, would he be able to succeed against such powerful people? Chapter 38-32. The 4 protectors moved like ghosts, floating over to Lin Xian's side. They circled Lin Xian and sized him up continuously. Furthermore, they nodded and revealed satisfied smiles. Very good, very good. You are truly the best in the world. Lin Xian felt goosebumps all over his body from being stared at. Do these 4 old fellows have some special hobbies? Do they want to do something special to me? Lin Xian felt somewhat disgusted. Why are you all capturing me? Is your celestial demon palace prepared to bear the consequences of capturing me? Lin Xian's voice was piercingly cold. Little doll, stop struggling. I know that you have many trump cards and even some incredible secrets. However, it is useless. This time, the experts of our celestial demon palace are all out. Not to mention you. We can even capture a holy venerate. Just cooperate with us obediently and avoid some physical pain. We are giving you a great opportunity. You should be grateful to us. After Lin Xian heard that, he felt extremely startled. This time, the other party had the strength to capture a holy venerate. Damn it! What are these people trying to do? What opportunity? I don't need it. I am different from you celestial demon palace people. I am not a member of the demon race. I do not need your opportunities. Brat, stop hiding. Do you really think that we cannot tell that you have the great destruction spear? You should be this generation's great demon inheritor, right? One of the protectors revealed a gaze that seemed to control the world. It was like he had seen through all of Lin Xian's secrets. Lin Xian felt stunned. What's going on? Was I misunderstood? Damn, this great demon even made me take the blame for his death. Does your celestial demon palace have a grudge with the great demon race? There is no grudge. However, you are pretty good and very suitable for us. Don't worry. We will make you an existence even more horrifying than the great demon inheritor. At that time, you will be respected by all demons. The eyes of the 4 elders shone with startling light. The other celestial demon palace people also became excited. Bring him in. The 4 protectors personally grabbed Lin Xian's limbs and carried him into the celestial demon palace. The doors of the Sky Demon Hall slowly opened. The 4 protectors led Lin Xian in. Then, the heavy door closed. Lin Xian was shocked. What did these 4 old monsters want to do with him? At the same time, he was surprised. This was his first time in the demonic palace. The last time he was here, he had only been outside the city walls, and he had already felt an inconceivable power. Now that he had entered, he wondered what kind of place he would be in. Moreover, what made him even more curious was what kind of secret was hidden within. As soon as he entered, Lin Xian was stunned. The aura within the palace was simply too terrifying. All sorts of great das of heaven and earth floated up and down. The divine chains of laws turned into rainbows that circled around him. This place was simply a paradise on earth. Lin Xian was too shocked. He remembered that Aqua Sky City once said that the Sky Demon Palace was a very mysterious palace in ancient times. However, it was later obtained by a powerful demon and transformed into the Sky Demon Palace. Now that he had come in, it was indeed extraordinary. The four protectors were expressionless. They stepped on the great Tao Golden Lotus and walked inside. Along the way, Lin Xian was even more shocked because he discovered that on both sides of the Sky Demon Palace, countless great Taos interweaved and carried many weapons. Those were all sacred artifacts. A golden long saber emitted an incomparably dazzling light. There was also a dark red long sword dripping with blood that pierced through the void. A fan emitted multicolored light. Endless laws surrounded it and floated there. There were all kinds of terrifying scenes on it, as if a peerless beast was sleeping. A bell was incomparably mysterious. It automatically emitted a sound like the sound of an immortal from the nine heavens, mysterious and unfathomable. These were all extremely terrifying sacred artifacts. Now, they were actually floating here. The Sky Demon Palace was indeed the core place of the demon race. There were really too many treasures inside. Even Lin Xian was extremely jealous. Moreover, he discovered that in addition to these sacred artifacts, there were all kinds of rare materials. Some of them had been extinct for tens of thousands of years, but here they had them. In addition to these, there were all kinds of medicinal herbs and natural treasures. He discovered a few extinct medicinal herbs. If he could get them, he would definitely be able to refine a peerless sacred pill. However, the four protectors did not have any expression at all. They turned into a gust of wind and quickly walked into the main hall. This Sky Demon Palace was very generous. It was as if it was a world of its own. After walking inside, Lin Xian was even more shocked. There were even more treasures here. Moreover, there were piles of nerves. These were all peerless god crystals, and at the center of them all was a statue made of peerless god crystals. When Lin Xian entered, the eyes of the statue actually shone with an incomparably terrifying green light. It was as if two long swords were staring at Lin Xian. Lin Xian instantly felt his hair stand on end. He felt his body stiffen, as if these two gazes could devour him. So scary. What was this? Was this statue still alive? The four protectors also put Lin Xian down. Then, the four of them respectfully knelt on the ground and kept worshipping the statue. Greetings to the demon ancestor. The person had been brought here. The demon ancestor? Could this be an ancestor of the demon race? Lin Xian was too shocked. This was definitely the trump card of the Sky Demon Palace. Why would they bring him here? He did not know, but he could see that this ancestor of the demon ancestor was very old. It could be said that his life was already at its end. Even if he was sealed with divine crystals, he would not live for more than a few months. Very well, you can leave. Without my orders, no one can come in. The nerve statue in front of them emitted a spiritual fluctuation. Yes, the four protectors respectfully left, leaving only Lin Xian standing there. After a while, the four protectors completely left the Sky Demon Palace. The green light in the eyes of the nerve statue in front of them suddenly magnified. Like two green suns, they stared at Lin Xian. Good, very good. A super strong physique, and I can feel a pure demonic chi. I heard that your name is Lin Wudi, the top young genius of the second astral realm? Ha 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 ha, the heavens did not destroy me. I finally found the hope of rebirth. In the entire Sky Demon Palace, countless laws were surging. It was too terrifying. This aura could devour everything. Lin Xian was shocked. Who was this person? He had definitely surpassed a small saint. Was he a sacred sovereign? He carefully sensed and was stunned. He was probably more terrifying than a sacred sovereign. Could it be that he was a saint king? What was he trying to do? He was dying, but he had taken a fancy to his body. Lin Xian sucked in a breath of cold air as he thought of something. Possession. This old thing wanted to possess his body and take over his soul. Chapter 38-33. Damn it. His eyes shone with a cold light as he tried to break free from the seal. But it was obvious that he couldn't do it. The four protectors were four saint sovereigns. They were abnormally strong. Lin Xian couldn't break the seal they cast. Not to mention, there was also a Saint King. Damn it, Heishan. Are you there? Revive quickly and use the Great Sage Pagoda to break it open. At least help me break the seal. Lin Xian roared in his heart. Heishan seemed to have stopped moving. F***CK. This guy couldn't have escaped, right? Lin Xian's face darkened. At this moment, Heishan's voice rang in his mind. Kid, what are you shouting for? You can't escape now. Even if you get out of the demonic palace, can you get out of the demonic-covered region? This was an existence at the level of a sacred city. Do you want to take on a saint city alone? If I was at my peak, I would definitely be able to. But now, even if we work together, we can't do it. But I can't just sit here and wait for death. That's not my style. Lin Xian roared in his heart. Heishan shook his head and said, Don't you think this is an opportunity? You only have one path now, and that is to be possessed by him and then kill his soul. After you receive his soul message, pretend to be possessed and then order the demons around. This is the only chance you have to survive. Otherwise, the demons will never let you go. After saying that, Heishan went silent. Lin Xian was shocked when he heard that. What a bold idea. But thinking about it, Heishan was right. This was his only way out. Damn it. These demons are actually plotting against me? Damn it. In the next moment, his entire body trembled because he realized that the two balls of green light had drilled into his brain. He felt that his soul was being attacked endlessly. It was obvious that the other party couldn't wait any longer and had started to possess him. As expected of a Saint King, it entered his brain in an instant and suppressed his soul. If it wasn't for the fact that the other party was exhausted, his soul would have been extinguished. Damn it, counterattack. Lin Xian roared and activated his heavenly secret divine eyes. A pair of golden eyes appeared in his mind and blocked the attack. What a strange pair of eyes. They even have a strange eye technique. Very good. I'm more and more satisfied with you. I hope you're full of treasures. Don't let me down. Don't worry. After you die, I will make good use of your body. Maybe I can break through to the Great Sage Realm. He might even be able to break through to the Extreme Tao and become a true great emperor. The old ancestor of the devil race was incomparably excited. He felt that this was a great gift from the heavens. Damn it. Great Dragon Sword Spirit, kill. Lin Xian mobilized the Great Dragon Sword Soul. Boom, boom. The Great Dragon Sword Spirit rushed out, turned into a sword light and rushed out. The old ancestor of the demon race was startled and almost got hit by the sword light. He moved some distance away and floated in the void, staring coldly at the Great Dragon Sword Soul. What was that? He was too shocked. The aura coming from the other party was too terrifying. I didn't expect you to have such a treasure in your body. It really surprises me. All right, I'll kill you properly. I won't let you suffer any pain. He turned into a streak of black light and pounced down, while Lin Xian was suppressed. Although he had the Great Dragon Sword Spirit and the heavenly secret divine eyes, he was only a sage. An early-stage fourth heaven sage. And the other party was a sage king. The gap between the two was too big. A dead camel was bigger than a horse. A centipede would die but not fall down. A sage king, even when on the verge of death, could easily kill a sage venerable. Not to mention a sage fourth heaven follower. At this moment, Lin Xian felt a great sense of danger. He knew that Heishan couldn't help him. This was a battle of life and death. He had to rely on himself. The Great Dragon Sword Spirit and the heavenly secret divine eyes were extremely mysterious. It was impossible for the other party to kill him in a short period of time. Since that was the case, Lin Xian decided to go all out. Old thing, do you think you can take over my body? Today, I'll kill you. Lin Xian was also angry. His eyes were red. The Great Dragon Sword Spirit could feel his emotions and kept roaring. The heavenly secret divine eyes had turned blood red. Useless brat. Although you have treasures, you're too weak. An ant with a divine weapon can't kill a giant dragon. So, you'd better die obediently. Only I can unleash your potential to the limit." The demon ancestor revealed a sinister smile. Lin Xian sneered. "My cultivation is indeed inferior to yours, but you want to kill me? Impossible. Old thing, you've made a fatal mistake. If it was any other place, I might have really been killed by you. But this demonic palace. However, in the demon palace, there are many treasures and treasures piled up like mountains. These are all sources of energy that make me strong. So, I'll let you see who's going to kill who." At this point, Lin Xian roared. The great dragon sword spirit seemed to have a soul and emitted countless dragon-shaped sword chi. These dragon-shaped sword chi turned into dragon claws and grabbed in all directions, rushing out of his body. In an instant, he grabbed all the natural treasures in the demonic palace and refined them with all his might. The great Tao between heaven and earth surged and lotuses bloomed. All kinds of energy crazily poured into Lin Xian's body. Lin Xian felt that his body was about to explode. Although he was absorbing the great dragon sword spirit, he was still a carrier. In an instant, countless cracks appeared on his body and blood dyed the 9 heavens red. Lin Xian and Yang Tian roared as he resisted with all his might. "Kill?" The great dragon sword spirit roared. After receiving this energy, it actually recovered temporarily. In fact, such a situation had happened before. Back then, the great dragon sword spirit split open the nest of 10,000 dragons with a sword. At that time, several sages joined forces. Until now, no one helped. However, Lin Xian could absorb these resources and the power of the great dragon sword spirit increased again. No, damn it. How is this possible? The demon race's patriarch was also furious. He could feel the power of the dragon sword shadow increasing rapidly, and it was getting stronger and stronger. It could threaten him. He would not allow the other party to do so. He attacked crazily. In the next moment, the two intertwined and fought continuously. At this moment, Lin Xian also activated his Fecta Divine Eyes and locked onto Spring and Autumn. He wanted to lock onto the other party's soul. This was a difficult battle. It was abnormally dangerous. Outside the demon palace, the 4 great guardians, the elders of the demon palace, and countless geniuses were all waiting there. They looked ahead at the floating palace with nervousness and uneasiness in their eyes. "I wonder how the patriarch is doing?" an elder asked. The others were also discussing spiritedly. The 4 protectors, on the other hand, said that the old ancestor's strength was exceedingly great even though he did not have much lifespan left. Although his lifespan was not long, it was not something that a young man could contend against. As soon as these words were said, those people nodded. Indeed, their patriarch was a sage king. Chapter 38-34. The demonic palace was also one of the factions in the holy city, but their situation was very awkward. The old sage king was about to die, but the new sage king had not broken through yet. The 4 protectors were also unable to take that final step. If there was no new sage king to inherit the throne, the demonic palace would be in danger. At best, they would fall out of the holy city, and at worst, they would be replaced by other holy cities. They would kill them and take their resources. This was a crisis of extermination. They had to find a new way. In the end, they found a way, and that was to possess someone. They had to find someone with an extremely powerful bloodline and possess that person. Their old ancestor knew a long-lost demonic technique called the 9 Revolutions Undying Technique. If the physical body withered, they would possess someone else's body. If the soul withered, they would absorb someone else's soul. Then, they would undergo an unbelievable transformation. This way, they could prolong their lifespan and live a second life. Originally, the demonic palace could have chosen a prodigy as the carrier for such a matter. However, the old ancestor of the demonic palace was unwilling to give up. Since he decided to take a gamble, he had to find the best body. Perhaps, not only could he obtain a new life, but he could also improve by leaps and bounds. The people of the demonic palace naturally had the same idea. If their old ancestor could improve further, the demonic palace would also sweep through the second astral realm. They might even be able to surpass those holy cities. Therefore, they came up with two plans. They looked for a few young people in the clan as candidates. At the same time, they were crazily searching for the various geniuses outside. Finally, they locked onto Lin Xian and found an unusually pure demonic aura on Lin Xian's body. They even mistook Lin Xian for a great demon. They knew that great demons were extremely terrifying geniuses of the demonic palace. The old ancestor of the demonic palace naturally wanted to occupy such a body. Thus, the scene from before had occurred. Day after day passed, and the people of the demonic palace were somewhat anxious. It had already been 7 days. Why hadn't their old ancestor come out yet? Could it be that something had happened? Impossible. What could have happened to the old ancestor? Perhaps the old ancestor was adapting to that body. They could only comfort themselves with such thoughts. At this moment, a figure stood there motionlessly in the demonic palace. His handsome face was as sharp as a knife. His eyes, however, were filled with chaos, without any luster. This person was none other than Lin Xian. A battle of life and death was taking place in his mind. Of course, it was between him and Forefather Celestial. Lin Xian absorbed the surrounding heavenly materials and earthly treasures to provide energy to the great dragon sword soul, allowing him to finally gain the upper hand. However, the celestial fiend forefather was indeed a saint king. Even though he was on the verge of death, he was still extraordinarily powerful. They were unable to kill him in a short period of time. However, it was fortunate that the sage king did not leave immediately. Instead, he continued to hold on bitterly, wanting to fight back. He longed for this body too much, because it did not have much lifespan left. If he missed this opportunity, he would regret it for the rest of his life. This gave Lin Xian an opportunity. Lin Xian sneered as he activated the great dragon sword soul with all his might. He was still afraid that the other party would escape. Another 7 days passed. This time, old ancestor Sky Devil was terrified because the power of his opponent's dragonflight sword was increasing. On his side, his soul was getting dimmer and dimmer. It would dissipate at any time. Damn it! He knew that he had underestimated the other party's secret treasure. He wanted to escape. However, how could Lin Xian give him the chance to escape? Lin Xian had already set up layers of defense with his dragon-shaped sword chi. Old ghost, don't you think it's too late to escape now? How dare you possess my body? Today, I will let you know why the flowers are so red. Boom! The great dragon sword soul erupted and slashed forward. Old ancestor Sky Devil's soul was impacted, and he screamed crazily. Damn brat, how dare you hurt me? Do you know who I am? When I dominated the world, your grandfather was not even born yet. Old bastard, don't be so arrogant. You have no strength left. If you still have strength, do you still have to threaten me? Didn't the Sage King's Majesty kill me in seconds? Now that you dare to threaten me, it shows that you are strong on the outside but weak on the inside. Lin Xian sneered and attacked crazily. The dragon roared, and the heavenly secret divine eyes also interfered. After fighting for 3 days, old ancestor Sky Devil screamed again, telling him to stop. Brat, how about I shake hands with you and make peace with you? I won't possess you anymore. Furthermore, I'll give you 1/5 of the celestial demon palace's treasures and let you leave safely. Old ancestor Sky Devil felt that Xiao Qin's offer was already very generous. First, he spared Xiao Qin's life. Then, he gave him 1/5 of the treasures. Although it was only 1/5, it was enough to make any holy venerate jealous. Even the Sage Kings would be envious. After all, the Celestial Demon Palace was the accumulation of the demon race for countless years. However, Lin Xian laughed. Old thing, you are still so stingy when it comes to saving your life. This young master does not care about 1/5. After I kill you, the entire Celestial Demon Palace will be mine. What do you think I will choose? Damn it! How dare you plot against my Celestial Demon Palace's things? This time, the demon race's old ancestor was truly enraged. Lin Xian snorted coldly. Why wouldn't I dare? You were the one who plotted against me first. I was just giving you a taste of your own medicine. Old man, I don't have time to talk nonsense with you. Lin Xian activated the Great Dragon Sword Soul and unleashed it completely. He wanted to kill the other party in one strike. On the other side, old ancestor Sky Devil was also enraged. He decided to fight with his back to the wall. If he did not succeed, he would die trying. His soul suddenly burned and turned into an old figure. It was a pale demon with a monstrous aura. It fought with the Great Dragon Sword Soul. Outside, the experts of the Celestial Demon Palace were about to collapse from waiting. It had been almost a month. Why hadn't their old ancestor come out yet? Could it be that there was really a problem? They looked at the four great protectors. Should we go in and take a look? That's right, protectors. Nothing must go wrong. Otherwise, our Celestial Demon Palace will be finished. The four great protectors looked at each other and saw the worry in each other's eyes. However, they still shook their heads. No, the old ancestor said that no one was allowed to go in. Perhaps the old ancestor had other plans. They should wait patiently. They believed in the old ancestor's strength. They had no choice but to wait. They waited for another day. Suddenly, rumbling sounds came from the Celestial Demon Palace in front of them. The two demonic doors slowly opened. Rays of light flowed out from inside. The doors opened. The experts of the Celestial Demon Palace raised their heads. Their eyes were burning with passion. Even the four great protectors were excited. Did the old ancestor succeed? They hurriedly surrounded him. The sound of footsteps could be heard from inside the Celestial Demon Palace. It was unusually crisp. Then, a figure walked out. It was a handsome young man. His black hair reached his waist. His eyes were piercingly cold. There was a sinister smile on his face. Old ancestor? The four great protectors shouted in bewilderment. Chapter 38-35. Imokuin. It feels so good outside. I can finally see this world again. The handsome young man's eyes shone with a cold light. His robes fluttered without any wind, and a monstrous aura surged out. Ancestor. One of the protectors was so excited that he knelt on the ground because his name was Imokuin. Since the other party was able to shout it out, it meant that this was no longer the young man from before. This was their ancestor. Although his body was still the same body, his soul had already changed. It was really the ancestor. The other protectors also knelt. Behind them, the experts of the demonic palace knelt on the ground. Greetings, ancestor. The ancestor's fortune filled the heavens, and he ruled the galaxy for thousands of generations. The people of the demonic palace were too excited. They could feel the powerful vitality of the figure in front of them. This was their ancestor. It was equivalent to coming back to life. Their demonic palace could finally shine again. The handsome young man raised his head and laughed loudly. His eyes shone with a cold light as he looked down at the demon experts kneeling on the ground. At this moment, he felt like a king descending to the earth. Lin Xian was still shocked. That's right, he was still Lin Xian. Although he acted like before and said such strange words, it was because Lin Xian had cut off the soul of the celestial fiend ancestor in the previous battle and forcefully collected it. He knew about the celestial fiend ancestor's life and the demon race. Therefore, only then could he call out the protector's name. The process this time was still very dangerous. If he was not careful, he would be killed by the other party. Fortunately, there were too many treasures in the demonic palace. It was enough for the dragon sword soul to continue erupting with power. In addition, the celestial fiend ancestor was really too old. In the end, he succeeded. Not only that, this time, the dragon sword soul absorbed the power, and his body was also cleansed by those heavenly materials and earthly treasures. His soul had also been sublimated, so his cultivation had broken through again, reaching the middle stage of the fourth heaven. It had only been a few years since his last breakthrough. This speed was absolutely heaven-defying. The people outside would probably be scared silly when they found out. However, Lin Xian was still acting like the demon race's ancestor. That was because he was carrying out Black Mountain's plan, which was to impersonate the other party's old ancestor. Because this was the only way to survive. Otherwise, if the demonic palace knew that their old ancestor had died in his hands, they would probably hunt him down to the heavens and earth. Therefore, he would continue to act as the ancestor of the demon race, which would be of great benefit to him. First of all, he was the ancestor of the devil race, so he could command the entire demonic palace. What a powerful force this was! In the future, when he faced Lei Shunsheng, the Demon City, and the Golden Crow clan, he would not be as passive as before. Furthermore, he could also use the resources in the demonic palace. The resources in the demonic palace were simply too abundant. Therefore, how could Lin Xian miss out on such a great opportunity? Lin Xian looked at the group of demon race experts kneeling at his feet and raised his hands. Rise, all of you. The four great protectors and the experts of the demon race stood up and looked ahead with fiery eyes. This included the witch and Imoku. They were equally shocked. To be honest, they were still unable to adapt because they were too familiar with this face. Previously, he was a genius of the same generation as them, but now they had to kneel. Lin Xian said loudly, "This time, not only did I possess the other party's body, but I also merged with his soul. I used his soul to nourish my withered soul. Therefore, I have changed a little. I am not the same person as before, but a new person. I am the new demonic ancestor. Not only do I have my previous memories, but I also have part of the previous Lin Wudi's memories and emotions. Therefore, a new me will appear in the future. Moreover, this possession is equivalent to being reborn. My cultivation is not at its peak yet, so I have to go out and train." Hearing this, the people of the demonic palace were stunned. Was this still their ancestor with the emotions of the previous Lin Wudi? These people were bewildered, and some even looked doubtful. "Ancestor, is what you said true?" Humph! An extremely terrifying aura rose from Lin Xian's body. This aura was too violent, and it directly pressed down on the demon expert, causing him to lie on the ground. He prostrated himself on the ground. "Ancestor, please spare my life." The others were still doubtful, but at this moment, after feeling this aura, they did not dare to say anything. It was too terrifying. It was exactly the same as their ancestor's aura. At first, they thought that something would go wrong, but now it seemed that nothing had happened. Their ancestor was still so terrifying. Lin Xian snorted coldly. "It was just a little emotional impact. How dare you doubt me? We don't dare." The four guardians and the others knelt on the ground again. "Humph! You don't dare. This is just a warning. The next time anyone doubts me, I will kill them without mercy." Lin Xian's voice was merciless. He was imitating the demonic ancestor. He had seen the other party's memories and knew that the demonic ancestor was a decisive and terrifying demonic king. As long as someone dared to defy him, whether it was other people or his own race, he would kill them mercilessly. Therefore, at this moment, when he showed his anger, these people were incomparably afraid. Lin Xian continued, "When I go out to train, I will not use the identity of the demonic ancestor. I will continue to use the identity of Lin Wudi. This is a very good disguise. Otherwise, the other demonic kings will kill me mercilessly when they know that I am still alive. You must keep this a secret for me. If anyone dares to leak what happened today, I will let them know how powerful I am. Ancestor, don't worry, we will not leak a word." These people quickly knelt down. Lin Xian nodded satisfactorily. Since he wanted to disguise himself as the other party, he had to act very well. This Lin Wudi was hunted down by many demonic kings. Given Lin Wudi's character, what do you think will happen if he is still alive? Everyone was shocked. The witch thought for a moment and then said, "Let's go back." Lin Xian laughed. "That's right. Let's go back and kill." Lin Xian waved his hand. Immediately, the demon experts below were excited. Were they going to follow the ancestor and conquer the world? Although at this moment, they felt that Lin Xian was taking revenge, no one doubted it. Because of Lin Xian's occasionally biting cold gaze and the monstrous aura that he exuded, they knew that no one could imitate this aura. This was the aura of a true demonic king. A young man definitely could not do it. Therefore, there was no doubt that this was their ancestor. Since they knew this, they would definitely follow him wholeheartedly. even if their ancestors' personality and emotions were a little different from before. But so what? As long as he could lead the demonic palace to glory, it was enough. Lin Xian led the demon army and rushed forward. Soon, he stepped into a demon palace. Chapter 38-36. Lin Xian waved his hand, and the demonic qi on his body overflowed. He had the Great Destruction Spear, so he had been carrying a trace of demonic qi for a long time. Moreover, the Great Dragon Sword Soul could evolve all things and demonic qi without any problem. As for the aura of a Saint King, there was no need to worry. He could leave it to Heishan. Heishan was a great sage. He could even release the aura of a great sage, let alone the aura of a Saint King. It was very easy to deceive these people. With a wave of his hand, endless demonic qi formed one after another pitch-black demonic platform that floated in the void. The demonic platform was engraved with complicated demonic runes that flickered with black light. When everyone saw this scene, they were even more convinced that this was the divine ability of their old ancestor. This was called the General Appointment Stage. It was the divine ability of the heavenly devil old ancestor. Lin Xian had seen all the memories of the heavenly devil old ancestor before. Regarding these divine abilities, he could use the Great Dragon Sword Soul to evolve them. As for his soul, it was completely unaffected. In fact, he didn't even receive a trace of emotional impact. Because he had the Great Dragon Sword Soul, he could destroy everything. Therefore, after he saw the memories of the heavenly devil old ancestor, he eliminated all the factors that could affect him. The current him was still the same as before. He hadn't changed at all. It was just that he had obtained the inheritance of the heavenly devil old ancestor. Old ancestor, I'm willing to follow you. A demonic figure stood out and said in a sonorous voice. Countless people behind him roared crazily. I'm willing too. Old ancestor, let me fight. A black mass of people rushed over. They were too excited. It would be a supreme honor to be able to fight with the old ancestor. There was no need to mobilize all of them. Just a few people would be enough to deal with them. Lin Xian began to pick the generals. He pointed at a demonic figure. Immediately, that person was overjoyed and thanked the old ancestor. A demonic figure flashed and came to the general appointment stage. He was very excited. The others were even more envious. They desperately released their demonic qi, hoping to be chosen. Lin Xian picked a few more generals. These were all small saints. Then, he picked some experts below the small saint realm. Seeing that the team was about ready, Lin Xian waved his hand. Follow me. Those people rose into the air and followed behind Lin Xian out of the heavenly devil palace. Moon World. It had been more than a month since the last battle between Wushuang City and the other saint cities. However, the battle had not died down. Instead, it was getting more and more intense. Because Lin Xian had disappeared. This was simply earth-shattering news. Lin Wudi's name resounded throughout the 8 Desolates, causing countless people to exclaim in admiration. He was definitely an incomparably dazzling genius. Entering the celestial fate planet was a great opportunity. He might even be able to obtain a heaven-defying destiny. Yet now, he had actually disappeared. Furthermore, he was nowhere to be found. Even if he was dead, his corpse was nowhere to be seen. In fact, they didn't even know who had taken him away. The people of the Peerless City were naturally furious. They cast suspicious gazes at the Thunder God City, the Thousand Demon City, the Golden Crow Tribe, and the New Moon Tribe, and began to crazily suppress them. The forces of the Holy City were incomparably depressed because they didn't even make a move. However, Lin Xian's disappearance made them incomparably excited. This great enemy was finally dead. They also organized their forces and prepared to fight back. After all, they had suffered heavy losses in the previous battle. This grudge must be returned. If Peerless City could call for reinforcements, why couldn't they? Therefore, many experts came to these saint cities in a short period of time. The atmosphere became tense again. On this day, the Thunder God City, the Thousand Demon City, the Golden Crow Tribe, and the New Moon Tribe besieged Peerless City's residents again. The number of people was twice as much as before. For a moment, Peerless City was in danger. The 4 people on the moon were excited once again. Damn, it can't be, right? Another battle? Peerless City was in danger. That's right. This time, the Saint Cities had called for experts. They reckoned that it would be an earth-shattering battle. The faces of the people of Peerless City were incomparably ugly. Damn it, these people actually dared to make a move. Kill them. Don't be rash. Some people frowned. For example, Zhu Ming was frowning. This time, the other party came aggressively and was well prepared. If they fought head-on, they were afraid that they would suffer heavy losses. Yes, think of a way. While they were discussing, the Thunder God City and the Thousand Demon City had already begun to make their move. They directly charged over. Damn it, fight it out with them. The Dark Rainbow Divine Dragon roared. The Northern Demon City was also filled with murderous intent. Lin Xian's inexplicable disappearance made them very worried. They had also gone missing before, and each of them ended up in a miserable state. They did not want what happened to them to happen to Lin Xian. The battle broke out, and it was unusually intense. The people of Thunder God City sneered and attacked crazily. Not long after, Wang Xiaofeng, Shi Bufan, and the others from Water Sky City were injured. Even the Crimson Dragon, the Northern Demon City, was injured. Even the elders of Peerless City were injured. Their bodies were stained with blood, and it was unusually tragic. The onlookers were in an uproar. It's over. Is Peerless City going to be destroyed? Wasn't Peerless City very powerful before? How dare you kill our people? Today, all of you will die. The people of Thunder God City sneered. If Lin Wudi dies, you won't live either. The people of Thousand Demon City were also filled with murderous intent. The experts of the Golden Crow tribe were even colder. They knelt down obediently and accepted their deaths. The first prince of the New Moon clan was also sneering. Great, that scourge is finally dead. This time, they were able to attack Peerless City. They felt that they were doing something earth-shattering. Did you see that? Their first prince was the strongest. Princess Gao, you could not be compared to their first prince. The people of Peerless City were gnashing their teeth. They knew that they were in a very dangerous situation. Today would probably be a bloody battle. Hun Hun said coldly, "We will break out of the encirclement later. We will contact the Saint City and ask them to support us." Those minor saints also said that we will tear open a crack. You guys can run later. The people of Water Sky City gritted their teeth. The Northern Demon City's expression was cold. The Crimson Dragon snorted coldly. Ben Huang would not run away. Ben Huang would turn them all into barbecued skewers. All right, send them to hell. The people from the 4 great holy cities surrounded them. Their auras were monstrous. This was a situation where they must die. Some people of Peerless City were in despair. The surrounding people also shook their heads and sighed. There was no hope. There would be no change in the situation. Some people even knew that the 4 saint cities had sealed off all the routes that Peerless City could ask for help. This was an inescapable trap. No one could survive. However, the situation still changed. Just when everyone thought that Peerless City was doomed, in the distant sky, rumbling thunder could be heard. Then, countless dark clouds rushed over. From afar, it looked like a black wave hitting the void. What was that? Many people were frightened. Chapter 38-37. They all turned their heads to look. Dark clouds? Some of them screamed. No, why does this aura feel so terrifying? Indeed, those black waves were extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, they had arrived in the vicinity and covered the entire sky. Those were black demonic clouds. They were incomparably dark and frightening. They also emitted a monstrous aura. What a terrifying demonic aura. Are these demonic clouds from the demonic palace? Are they also coming to take action? Thunder God City and Demon City also stopped and frowned as they looked into the distance. What's going on? Why are the people from Demonic City here? Are they here to help Wushuang City? Or are they here to take a share of the loot? I wonder why the fellow Taoists from the Demonic Palace are here? A warrior from Thunder God City walked out and asked in a deep voice. No one answered. The demonic clouds in the sky rolled and a black beam shot down, directly enveloping this person. With a boom, a thunderous sound resounded. An expert from Thunder God City was split into two. His body was penetrated by the demonic aura. He couldn't be more dead. What's going on? Everyone was in an uproar, including the people from Thunder God City. They roared crazily. How dare you attack us? The people from Demon City, Golden Crow Clan, New Moon Clan, and Demon City were also facing a great enemy. Are they really here to help Wushuang City? The people of Wushuang City were also stunned. Did the demonic palace come to help? A glimmer of hope rose in their hearts. Do you really want to be enemies with us? Thunder God City. A few more people stood out. However, the only reply they got was a black beam that was like a black lightning, constantly attacking. Another 3 corpses fell down. Everyone went crazy. This group of demon kings was really crazy. They were indeed from the demon race. They were so ruthless that they didn't even put Thunder God in their eyes. Thunder God City was so angry that he vomited blood. Damn demonic palace, you've gone too far. Do you really think that my Thunder God City is afraid of you? A small saint walked out. Demon City, Golden Crow Clan, New Moon Clan, and the First Prince's men also walked out. They said that it's too much. Wushuang City will definitely die today. Even if you attack, it's useless. Is that so? Whoever dares to touch Wushuang City, I'll tear him into pieces. If you don't believe me, then try. A cold voice came from the sky. Immediately after, the demonic clouds churned and a figure appeared in the sky. Everyone raised their heads to look. In the next moment, they were all stupefied. How could this be? It's him. Didn't Lin Wudi disappear inexplicably? Why did he appear here again? The world was in an uproar. Thunder God's people were also stunned. Peerless City's people were also stunned, but soon after, they cheered. It's Senior Brother Lin. Senior Brother Lin is still alive. This is great. The Crimson Dragon and the North Demon heaved a sigh of relief. F***CK. Where did that brat go? He scared Bin Huang to death. The elders and the others heaved a sigh of relief. As long as he was alive, there was still hope. You didn't die. The eyes of the people from Thunder God City almost popped out. They were about to go crazy from anger. On the side of the Demon City, they were also so depressed that they wanted to vomit blood. The eyes of the Golden Crow tribe elite exploded with killing intent. Damn it. They had always thought that the other party was dead, so they were very happy. But now, the other party had jumped out alive. Their hearts were filled with hatred. Brat, go to hell now. A small saint from Thunder God City attacked aggressively. He wanted to capture the other party, kill him, and then take the other party's secrets. How dare you? Below, the people from Peerless City roared. Before they could do anything, a demonic saber slashed down from the sky, directly splitting the palm. A miserable cry rang out. That small saint roared crazily. Who dares to hurt me? Get out here. He was about to go crazy from anger. Someone actually dared to hurt him. The others were also shocked. Was there any other elite behind Lin Xian? Lin Xian waved his hand. Come out. The endless demonic clouds rolled, and a crack was torn open. Then, one figure after another appeared. Every one of them was pitch black with a monstrous aura, like countless demon gods. They stood in the sky. So many of them. They were all elites of the demonic palace. Heavens, why are there so many of them? These people were crazy. The small saint from Thunder God City was also dumbfounded. The people from the other sacred cities were also dumbfounded. Even the people from Peerless City were stunned. So many elites of the demonic palace came with Lin Xian? Lin Xian looked down and sneered. Didn't you say who hurt you? They are the ones who hurt you. Now that they have come out, what are you going to do? The small saint from Thunder God City was so angry that he vomited blood. He opened his mouth but couldn't say a word. Previously, he was injured and mad, so he naturally had to say something ruthless. In his opinion, even if a small saint from the demonic palace came, so what? He was still not afraid. He couldn't defeat them, but he still had his companions. But he didn't expect that so many elites from the demonic palace would come. He didn't dare to say anything. If these elites attacked together, he would be blasted into pieces. Why? Are you not talking anymore? Weren't you very arrogant before? Didn't you want to kill me? I'm standing right here. Come and try to kill me. Lin Xian walked down, his eyes fixed on the small saint. The small saint's face was gloomy. Damn it. An ant dares to threaten me. I'm so angry. Kid, don't be so arrogant. I'm here to kill you. Thunder God City won't dare to do anything. On the other side, the experts from the Golden Crow race rushed over. Lin Xian didn't dodge at all. He stood with his hands behind his back and a cold smile on his face. Those demon generals above had attacked. Courting death, boundless devil chi churned in his hand, forming a black spear, which he thrust downwards. Devil descends. A terrifying aura spread across the sky. At this moment, even the small saints were frightened. The pupils of the expert from the Golden Crow race shrunk, and he retreated. But it was too late. A long spear like the Nether River slashed down and penetrated his body. Asterisk bang. Asterisk the berserk power caused his body to explode. Arg. A miserable cry was heard, making people's scalp go numb. The expert from the Golden Crow race transformed into his true form. Endless flaming feathers scattered in the void. Damn it. How dare you hurt my people? The experts from the Golden Crow race were furious and rushed up. Some of them were protecting Lin Xian, while some of them were bursting with endless flames. They wanted to attack Lin Xian. At that moment, the demon general above let out a furious roar. Kill. Along with his voice, the surrounding experts of the demonic palace moved. They took a step forward together. Heaven and earth were collapsing. Countless cracks spread across the sky. The scene was too terrifying. This was the army of the demonic world. If they attacked together, the world would be bathed in blood. The people of the Golden Crow race also stopped. Their bodies were trembling, and their scalps were numb. Damn it, this bunch of lunatics. To be honest, the Golden Crow race had always looked down on the world and didn't put anyone in their eyes. But at this moment, the army of the demonic world had really frightened them. There were many of them, and there were even more experts. When they attacked together, the aura formed by their joint attack made them unable to resist. You're tuning in to the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.